It's just as I thought. Humans are so interesting.
All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Ryuk's Apple Podcast. How we all doing?
So
Hey,
good.
so
Great.
we
What's up?
vibing, nigga. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
Bro, we
sir.
doing
here.
good up here.
Hey.
Mario Kart had me like wasted last night.
All right, well, glad to hear, at least for the most part. So, for today's episode, much like last week's episode where we talked about how we got into anime, we're going to talk about how we got into video games, but not necessarily how we got into them, since I feel like most of us have been gamers, for the majority of our own lives. So, for this episode, I figured, it's been a pretty big year for gaming so far. I mean, I'd even argue the last 2 years have been pretty big for gaming. And, I feel like down the road, the next few months or years even, episodes we're going to be talking about some games. So, we might as well get a head start, talk about our gaming backgrounds, give the people, that information. So yeah, I can go first unless XP, did you want to start us off?
Challenge accepted.
Start us off.
All right.
So, I started off playing video games when I was a young lad, around the age of 3 years old. My father had gotten me my first GameCube, just out of nowhere. And yes, applause. Thank you. It was a monumental. It was a monumental step in my gaming life. All right.
Yeah,
First console
GameCube
was
is-
GameCube. Yeah, I had like
Still
3
got it.
games. Yeah, I had 3 games. Soon to be 4. I don't remember what the other 2 were, but 2 of them were. All right. Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
The GOAT.
And the other one was Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2.
Yes.
Yo, the cover art for Budokai 2.
Actually, stupid.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking
Right?
of Tenkaichi, I think. That's the one with Trunks where he has the sword, right?
I think I see two. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I like that one. But
Yeah, that was a. So I've just been gaming ever since I was 3, and these games, just like anime, helped me in times of my life, distracting me from all the pain I was feeling. I mostly played fighting games like DOA, Dragon Ball Z Budokai, and Tenkaichi, but I also played a lot of split-screen games with my family.
oh
Like,
yeah.
that's how me and all the guys in my family got along together. That's how we created memories. No matter where we were or where we went, there was a console, and we were all just happy boys.
Yes.
As long as there was a console.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Preach.
yeah, we had to play. We had to play outside every now and then. Me, I wasn't really about it. Other kids were like, "Yeah, that's cool," and I'm like, I was like, "Yo, when do we get to play video games?"
I feel
Yeah,
that.
I feel that. I feel that.
This
Been there.
foliage looks really
Yep.
nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm loving looking at all these trees and breathing all this fresh air. But my,
He said the foliage.
progress-
The foliage.
yeah, the foliage looking great, but I
Big
need
words
to
to
make
see.
progress in story mode. Like, if I don't get on that Weapon Master grind in Soul Calibur 2, I'm not going to be able to defeat Inferno.
My weapons, bro. My weapons.
Yes, my weapons. I loved playing with Link in Soul Calibur 2. It was so much fun. GameCube, that was really an era for games, man. That was
It was, bro. It definitely was. GameCube, goated era. So, what are like some of your favorite video game franchises?
favorite video game franchises. One I've picked up in recent years is Tales of series. I haven't played any of the older ones, the OG ones, but I've played Berseria, Zestiria, and Arise, and their stories have always touched me, and I feel a constant theme in that game is just the fight for freedom. Like fighting oppression so that you can be free to do whatever you want. To be in a position where nothing controls you. And that's always appealed to me because I like being in positions of power. So
Classic
Tales is like
XP.
So Tales has always been a series that struck out to me. The DOA series I also started out with when I was young. My father had an Xbox. I've played from 3 to 6.
Mm.
And my dad's actually the one who got me into DOA 3. He would let me tell you something. This dude was a fiend when I was younger. I had no idea. He played Brad Wong. He beat
Yes.
me and my brother constantly, and to top it off, he had 101 wins in survival.
Damn.
101 wins in survival on DOA 3.
The fact that he was keeping track.
No, because like I'd play survival, right? I'd go on for like 30 to 50 rounds, and I'm like, yo, I wonder who's at the top. And my father is there just mocking me. Saying, "You have a long way to go, son."
You gotta
I spent-
overthrow your dad, man. It's your origin story.
True.
I spent so much time trying to beat that high score and never got to do it.
Yo,
Still can't.
how come like when you said that, I just thought of like when Heihachi threw Kazuya off the cliff.
What a god, I was thinking that too.
It's like, climb up, nigga.
Get on my level. Show me you're worth it. Come on.
Dead ass.
Bruh, I'm still crawling out, man. Kazuya got out. I'm still there.
Amen.
Still there.
Amen. Keep fighting.
But yeah,
Don't get hit.
So Mario Kart series, a lot of Nintendo games have been like really integral to my childhood, because like I had a GameCube, and then if I ever had to go out, I had my portables, I had my DS, and my 3DS, and
Yes.
now I have a Switch, but I don't really need it because I'm an adult and I do adult things to keep me away from the Switch.
Oh.
But
Heroin.
yeah, Nintendo was a huge part of my childhood, and then there were a bunch of other fighting game franchises like Dragon Ball
Mm-hmm.
and any of the big names actually. Like, well, DOA doesn't count as a big name, but also.
Wow.
Wow.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sad to say it.
They made a movie of DOA.
That was
I
garbage.
watched.
Yeah, how did that go?
Trash.
That's my point.
You know,
Anyways,
we
Anyways.
will continue this discussion at some point, but
do we have to? It sounds like the discussion.
no. But keep going, X. Keep going.
Couldn't have been good. I mean, Street Fighter had a movie, and it was probably kind of ass too. Who knows?
Yeah, man, that movie was good.
To be continued.
To definitely be continued, but go on.
Yes. Yes. So I've been playing games ever since I was a kid. I've kind of just played all genres at this point. Music games, action games, shooters, fighting games, and a bunch of indie games, and
Lawnmower
definitely
Simulator.
RPGs and JRPGs. Like anything that really takes up time. Oh, I played Destiny. That was
Destiny.
It
Mm.
was all right. I mean, like, it was better with friends, but I definitely wasn't interested in the story at all, if I'm being honest.
Oh.
I feel like that's just the one thing Destiny needed, just better world building, or I don't know. A
It
reason
also
for
needed a
to care for
pause
these
button if you were
characters.
by yourself.
Yes, definitely.
All right.
I think I've kind of just played all of it, and it all started when I was 3. That was my journey, and here I am now. I have a PC and 76 games on Steam. And
Wow.
sold my games on PlayStation and Switch, so it's probably over 100.
Man, let me get some of those.
I wish I could.
Well.
That is my gaming journey, for the most part.
Gotcha.
Any questions? I can answer any questions you had. You wanna...
You know,
Oh,
I
yeah.
You
just.
hold the GameCube controller as a 3-year-old.
Huh?
Oh, true. How are you?
What'd you say?
How do you hold a GameCube controller when you're 3 years old?
I don't know. You just manage.
A little
That's a
chunky.
good question. It is chunky. It is
You wanna know
chunky.
what's crazy? You wanna know what's crazy? I remember for the Xbox, we had this huge controller. It was like this really big controller, the size of 2 bricks, and it was like really hard with my little hands.
Oh, the Duke.
Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it before, but it's just like gigantic, and it was one of the 3 controllers we had. So, like, whenever we were playing co-op mode in DOA, someone would have to use it, and we always just, gave it to the loser.
Mm.
But yeah, I to be honest, I wasn't even really playing video games at 3 years old. I was still getting 8th place in Mario Kart Double Dash, but what matters is that I was having fun,
Whoa.
Yeah.
But were you having
So,
fun?
hold on a minute.
Fun.
I was.
Have fun catching that L. I respected that.
I mean, he's 3. He don't even know what fun is at that moment. He's just there.
Look, kid.
You know what I did to like all the younger kids when they were like wanted to play, right?
Whoa.
Give them the
What?
controller.
Where are we
and I
going
just
here?
Connected from the GameCube.
I don't know
Alright.
what fun
In other words, they just had to think
Oh.
they were playing the game. Okay, that's so
Hey,
as
that
long
works.
as I thought I was
They
playing the game, I was fine.
Oh.
Worked on me.
Bro, sometimes I wouldn't even like drive it straight. I just like take a shortcut and then go in reverse and take a shortcut again. Just that cycle over and over and over and over again, just because I thought it was fun.
All right. Well, that's interesting story there.
Very insightful.
Yeah.
Too insightful.
Oh, also, like, you guys, that reminds me. You guys remember those like Flash games on the internet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Played a lot of those too.
Bro.
Oh, we played
Bro.
a whole
Y8,
bunch of-
Y3,
Don't even get me
Candy
started.
Lane,
Don't forget the mini clip. Yep,
Yeah,
mini clip.
Mini clip, bro.
Mini
Arcade
clip.
Free online games.
No, I remember the Cartoon Network ones, like the Teen Titans, like fighting
bro.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was dope.
Bro, you remember when JetX had, because we mentioned this before, they had a gaming website. So the Nickel
Oh yeah, that's right.
the fuck out of Mr. Meaty.
Oh no, not that.
Yeah, Mr. Meaty.
Mr. Meaty.
It was
Mr.
gross.
Meaty.
Bro, I remember
That
the
was a very scary cartoon in a sense.
I played the Kim Possible one where you like, I think you like make burritos as Rufus, and then there's
I
like,
remember that.
That sounds familiar.
there's
There was
one where
also
you
a
have
Lilo
to.
and Stitch one. That was like that.
The Lilo and Stitch.
Oh.
Where you had to chase
Lilo
all
and Stitch, oh, you
the,
have to stack
all the
sandwich.
abominations. and
Yes,
shit.
nigga.
Dang, I never played that one.
She was gas.
Other one I
It
played
was.
was the like, it was another Kim Possible one where you like snowboard as Rufus, but yeah.
I remember that one too.
There was
Mm-hmm.
one where like you sweep kick this Kim Possible. You just jumped and sweep kicked.
There was a
Mm.
Codename Kids Next Door one too, where you like shoot the hamsters to see how far they can fly.
Yup.
Ah, bro.
Yep.
Remember that shit?
Yep,
There was one like that for Kick Butowski too on Disney XD.
I remember that one too. Yep.
Yeah, I made it. I made it, bro. I
You
completed
made
the
that game?
I beat a game, dude. I kid you not. It took a
Oh.
lot of effort. But
Cap.
I, XP, I put in the experience points and I made it.
Experience in lying,
Oh.
nigga. But hey, we believe you.
All right. Well, that was great and all, but anybody else want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, Legend.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear
Beat
it.
me to it.
All
nigga.
right. So I started playing like back in '94. I don't remember how old I was. Yeah, I'm that old. Shit.
Oh wow! But he says 94.
I'm sorry, bro.
94.
That's not
I
that
don't
long
remember.
ago.
Yes, it was.
That's a long fucking time ago.
Oh, like, nigga, what?
I'm trying to
You
help
mean?
you. I'm trying to help you.
When
I'm
Felt
not
it when he
ashamed of
said he had
playing
a
video games
GameCube.
in '94.
No, I'm
Like,
not.
so
Never mind.
my first system was a Nintendo. I played
Yeah.
Super Dodgeball was the first game I can remember
Yeah.
playing. I fucking love Super Dodgeball. So I used to play a bunch of like Nintendo games with me and my sister. Like in the summertime, we would just have to stay home. We didn't go to our babysitters or nothing. So I just sit there and play Duck Hunt and Mario and Super Dodgeball all day.
Wow.
But I was really a PlayStation kid though. I've had every single PlayStation. Still have
Oh,
every single one. SmackDown was my game.
SmackDown.
Like I used to have all my cousins come over. We would, create your own player. Like I used to whoop their ass on SmackDown because they all had Nintendo, so they didn't know how to play. So I was just dogging them out on there.
You're one of
Um,
those.
yeah, I was one of those.
Man said it's free game, bro. I'm sorry, you gotta learn the hard way.
Yeah, but then like my sister, so I kept the PlayStation. My sister had a GameCube, and I only used to play her GameCube just so I can play Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh,
Yeah.
I heard of that.
You
I
s-
heard of that one.
Oh my god, it's one of the best games on my opinion, GameCube. They're
yeah.
like doing a remaster right now or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much fun. Like that was the one of the games that we always just play different things like Mario Party and of course Mario Kart. But that's all I really played on her GameCube was the Beyond Good and Evil. But then PlayStation, like every single Tomb Raider, like I was a big Tomb Raider fan.
Oh,
Um
yup.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider 3, classic.
Yeah.
The first game I ever beat on my PlayStation was Final Fantasy 7. And back then, like you had to play it on 4 different discs,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that.
and
Mm-hmm.
and I borrowed it from my cousin, and disc 4 was scratched, so I have
Ah,
to pop open the PlayStation, blow it off, rub it on my shirt, put it back in, and hopefully it'll play this time.
Yeah.
But then I finally beat it eventually. Like it took me a good amount of a year. Uh, then I would go to my cousin's house. Of course, we played like Star Fox, GoldenEye, Killer Instinct.
hey, let's go.
Um, yeah, like, but I play mostly, like I said, mostly PlayStation games. Like all my favorite games are like adventure games. Like I love playing like Uncharted. Uh, what else? trying to think. Like there's a new one. What do you call it? Control. That's a really good game. A newer game. It's pretty
That one
fun to
is good.
play.
I played it.
Yeah,
It ties in with John Wick.
yeah. It's a lot of fun. I'm gonna replay it because I've yet to beat it because it's fucking hard.
You get a lot of backtracking, honestly.
Yeah, and I forget where I've been. So I'm constantly like, yep, not gonna play this today. And then if you take a break from like 3 weeks,
Forget the
you
controls.
you forget everything. So you gotta start all the way over.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling you guys yesterday, one of my favorite games of all time is Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yup.
Chaos Bleeds.
What was that
It's
on?
like it was on I had it on PlayStation,
Oh,
but
PS1 or?
it's PS2.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
And like it's one of my favorite games. Like I can't find it anywhere. I would love to play it all over again.
Yeah.
But
You got to do.
I'm a '90s kid. So like growing up watching Buffy on TV, like of course when they put out a video game, like I had to have it,
Yeah, hell
and it
yeah.
was like one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else I used to play. GoldenEye,
Mm-hmm.
of course. And then there's this cool like horror survival game called Obscure. And I used to play. Me and my sister used to play that. It's like split screen, like trying to solve like it's like monsters, zombies, whatever. But that got me into like horror games. So then I, of course, I played all the Resident Evils, especially Resident Evil 3, one of my favorites.
Mm. Okay. How you feel about the remakes?
I played the new Resident Evil 2. I like
Mm-hmm.
that one, but I'm not a big fan of like Village. Like I played it, but it's not. I don't know. I like the old ones more. Like I'd rather them remake like Code Veronica.
Mm. Yeah.
Like give me some of the old school remasters, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the new ones though. But yeah,
So like, what are some of your favorite games nowadays?
after Fortnite, when
Yeah.
I'm not pissed off. Uh,
Basically, yeah.
I like the Spider-Man games. Like those, pretty cool. Like it's very generic, but I'm like a big Marvel fan, so playing Spider-Man was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like I said, like I love horror games. I love horror in general. So playing
Mm.
like Texas, playing Killer Clowns. I like playing like party games. So I have a bunch of like stuff I play online, like Uno. Play a bunch of game shows with like online with random strangers.
Oh, gotcha.
Little, but yeah, I can't say I have a favorite these days. Like nothing sticks out to me right now. So
Except Fortnite.
except for Fortnite.
Yes, sir. Oh man, just wait till we get to me, bro. You already know. I'm gonna have. Well, actually, I don't know. Low key, might be worth just saving a whole episode for Fortnite. Just kidding. But anyway,
That's insane.
so that's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. So, you know,
Well, I
chili.
guess it's my turn. All right. So, from as early as I can remember, I think my first ever system was legit like XP was the Nintendo GameCube. And the games that I remember us owning were fucking Mario Kart Double Dash
Yep.
and Pac-Man World 2.
Oh, okay.
And but the thing is, like, we didn't have a memory card like at all. So if we wanted to like play it, we always had to start over on like Mario Kart and fucking like Pac-Man type shit. Like I don't think we ever owned a memory card at all since I can remember.
Damn.
And for a long time, that was like the only two games we don't fucking play for a while because I was still living with my grandparents along with my mom and my aunt, who was all in that small ass apartment until like I want to say somewhere in like middle of 2004. Like my mom, my dad finally fucking tied the knot, and they fucking moved into with each other and like moved to Indiana. And once we moved there, we was in like the house, and I remember like the first day of being there, I was looking at this S box. I was like, "What's that?" And bro had that. My dad had like a shit ton of games on the S box. That was my first introduction to like Halo, because he had like the first Halo.
Yeah.
It was like he has just a bunch of like different games that you wouldn't think he would play. Like some like skating game. I forgot was I think it was like aggressive something. He had like a bunch of Star Wars games. He had like KOTOR, but I couldn't read, so I couldn't play those games. I was like, "Fuck."
I know them games do require you to pay attention. I can understand.
Then I was just walk around and that shit. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I feel like I was bashing shit. I was like, yeah, this game boring. So I like switched off games. And like around like Christmas time, like fast forward like probably year 2005, some shit. We all end up getting like birthday gifts type shit. My dad gave me like NBA 2K2 on the GameCube. Barely played that shit. Shit was garbage.
Yo, someone said yup. They were hyped.
For real. Fucking my little brother got fucking Mega Man Anniversary collection on the S box. Fucking Mega Man, bro. No, let me stop. Hold on, I'm getting too hyped. My mom ended up getting like a random game from like my dad's mom, like Sonic Mega Collection, and that was like my first time ever playing Sonic.
Hell
but
yeah.
I remember not being too much of a fan of Sonic around that time. So like around like when she got like a different game, because that game ended up like fucking up, like it got like scratched up to fucking hell. So she ended up getting like a new Sonic game, and that was Sonic Heroes. But the thing is, though, this is crazy. My mom was a gatekeeper. She said nobody could play that game. I was like, what? No way.
Nani?
Not a gatekeeper.
She was a gatekeeper for like I couldn't play that game for a good year. or a good year or 6 months. I forget. But
You wanna complete it first?
You weren't ready yet.
no, so she played a lot of like old Sonic. So when she played Hero, she didn't like it, so she gave it to us. And once that, bro, I was hooked, bro. I was a diehard Sonic fan and a diehard Mega Man fan to that day, since that Christmas.
My man.
That's awesome.
And the funny thing is, like around that time, I always seen like commercials for like games and shit, but I didn't never like ask my dad for like games, you know. So when my older brother asked him for Dragon Ball Budokai 1, a GameCube, I was like, oh, this is new. Where this come from? I didn't connect the dots still because I was still wasn't asking this nigga for games or anything like that. But we play like a shit ton of fucking Dragon Ball Budokai 1. We play a bunch of Shrek 2. We play a lot of Fusion Frenzy.
Hey, Fusion Frenzy was my ish.
I was saying, nigga, yeah. But we was primarily like a Nintendo, Xbox family for the most part. Then like I say, like fast forward to the summer. I think like the summer of I want to say 2007. Like my other brother from like a different mom had came over for the summer break, and he brought his PS2. I never owned a PS2. So, and he had exactly what bro Muddy's posting right now, but he had SmackDown vs. Raw 2008.
Hell yeah.
And that was like my first time,
Oh,
like
yeah, I played that one too.
for real,
With
bro.
the
like,
Undertaker and
yeah.
Bobby Lashley on the
Yes.
cover.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes.
with the future ECW, bro.
Yes,
it was,
sir.
Yes.
That's still like it's either 2008 or 2009. Was like regarded like one of my favorite WWE games that I like. Will like.
No,
like
wait.
play.
I gotta interject, bro, because I remember in that game, you could like go to the like backstage up to the very
Yep.
top and jump off.
Yes.
Like I would do that with Jeff Hardy, the Swanton Bomb. Oh my god, bro. Take
Greatest
me
wrestler
back.
of all time.
Yes, sir. Take me back, bro.
So good, bro. But my brother was like a huge WWE fan, so once he came over for the summer, it's like every Monday and Friday we was either watching Raw, we were watching SmackDown, and that's how I really got introduced to like SmackDown versus Raw. So I was like, oh, this shit is fucking dope. I came a John Cena Glazer. Leave me alone. Shut up.
Never let you live it down, bro.
And he's retiring too.
Ah, don't say that.
2025.
Fuck.
Get a good run. Get a good run.
Yeah, oh shit. But fast forward a little bit. It was like my 7th or 8th birthday. I think it was my 7th birthday, and I wanted like a game specifically, and I saw this new Sonic game, and it was fucking Sonic 06. So shut up.
I thought it was cool at the time too.
Hey, man, it looked cool.
It was cool at the time.
Look,
For what it's worth. I'm
thing
sorry.
is, we mean on the 360, but I still end up getting that shit anyway.
Yeah,
So-
I had it on 360 too.
So like 2 weeks later, Dad got a fucking Xbox 360 on eBay, and I was playing the shit out of fucking like Sonic 06 type shit. Like I thought that shit was the best game ever. And then I died. I was like, that's all on me. I'm just ass at the game. Like
Skill
I'm
issue.
just garbage. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was a skill issue. I was like, I'm just trash.
No, I thought that was me too.
Nah, dead ass.
I didn't realize how janky it was until like I returned to it years later.
I was like, oh no, me just falling off this wall for no reason is like, fuck, not my goat. Like I was a Sonic Glazer. Like I was a diehard Sonic fan back then, bro. Like you know,
Nah,
Like, so-
same. And to be
Like,
honest, bro,
same.
06. No, I'm gonna save it for when we get to me, bro. But
Like-
keep going.
If I was to delve a little bit more into my how bad my Sonic thing is, I remember like I used to look him up on Newgrounds type shit, just, like watch
Yes,
all the, like, content
bro.
and shit. I remember back when I was waiting for the 3rd episode for the Nazo Unleashed shit because
Yes, let's
I
go.
was like, yes,
Let's
I'm
go.
waiting
Yes.
Yo, Nazo Unleashed. Oh my god.
Yes.
That shit was so peak, and it's like, and then like I play like a lot of like Final Fantasy Sonic X, and that got me into the genre of like playing like JRPGs a little bit. But I didn't know it was like a JRPG. I thought it was just like, oh, this is just another Sonic game that somebody made or some shit. But I always skip past Final Fantasy Sonic X5 because you had to fight that Guardian, that lion nigga. Fuck that nigga. That nigga always beat my ass.
Bro,
But-
oh my god. Sonic Final Fantasy X? Bro. That's my childhood right there.
Bro, I'm saying, bro. Just
Oh my god. The little like when you turn Supersonic and he's got the big ass red sword and he's just slashing him up. Oh my
yes,
god.
bro.
Yo.
I ain't know nothing about Final Fantasy. I didn't know like that was had anything to do to relate to like Final Fantasy. Like years later, I was like, oh, so all this was just Final Fantasy type shit with mixed with Sonic. I didn't know that at all. My little kid brain didn't connect the dots back then.
No, yeah, me neither.
But fast forwarding, like I ended up getting like a 360. We had like Halo 3, fucking Gears of War. Gears of War scared the shit out of me when I was a little kid, bro.
That was my
scared
shit
shitless.
right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know
Yeah.
Midas is into that.
Yes, that is my series.
Oh, I love that shit now, bro. Like Gears of War 2 is still my favorite. But
Oh, I feel that. Two was like one of the good ones. 3 is like okay, and then after that, it's just like no.
yeah, fucking it definitely did fall off at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say like a little bit after that, my older brother had like my other little brother had came to like live with us, but he had did some stupid shit with his mom, some shit. So now he had brought his Wii, first time having a Wii, and
Nice.
this nigga modded the fuck out of his Wii, bro. So
Nice.
I got experience like a lot of games, like a lot of GameCube games I didn't know existed type shit.
Mm.
So I played Melee for the first time. I played like fucking Mario, bunch of the Mario parties. I played Tekken 3 for the first time. I was like, oh yeah, this shit is
Yup.
this shit is like
Mm.
life changing type shit.
Yup.
Because if it wasn't that, it was definitely like Burst Limit or like
Oh my god, yes.
Raging Blast series.
Yes, let's go.
Those like the games where my siblings like were just always going at each other's throats, always bitched at each other. It's like, bro, you're spamming the same command as tracks. I was like,
Hey, look, if it works, it works. Then.
for real, bro. Like I kept using the same weird combination as Goku. 'Cause your ass is fucking
Oh,
out of here, nigga.
wait.
Look,
Is that the one
I
where
got a
he
rule.
like
You
he,
spam, I spam. That's it. You spam, I'm spamming back.
that's the one where he like kicks and then he jumps on top and then does the Kamehameha like
Yes,
yeah,
nigga.
bro, that's my favorite
I
move
love
too.
that one. That's so peak.
Yes, sir.
It was so good, bro. But I guess like I can talk about like my time with the DS. 'Cause I think DS and 3DS is like a very like good part of my life
Very
being a gamer.
formative.
Mm.
Because I would say like I had found like a DS game in somebody's like random car because my dad used to like work on cars a lot on niggas' cars, and I found like like Indiana Jones and that shit. He's like, look, if you get good grades, I'll get you a DS. I'm like, oh, a DS.
Mm.
So work my ass off. I get straight A's, but I had, like A's and B's. So I was like, yes, sir. So nigga got me that DS. Played shit ton of Indiana Jones, and I was like, Dad, can I get another game? He's like, bet. So we went to go on GameStop. Bro caught me Sonic Rush. I played
Hey.
dog shit out of Sonic Rush. And around that time, it was the best time because I was still in elementary school. And those times like, hey, yo, I didn't know you had a DS. Let's borrow games, bro. So I borrowed fucking Super Mario 64 DS, the Mario Sonic
Yeah.
games. Bro had a fucking Dragon Ball Origins. It's like the touchscreen fucking
Yeah,
Dragon
I
Ball
love
game,
that
bro.
fucking game.
That game was actually really fun, bro. It was actually kind of like
I know.
I love
Wait,
it.
Dragon Ball Origins?
Yes,
Dragon
bro.
Ball Origins.
Dude, that one was fun.
It was so
the second
fun,
one
bro.
too.
I never even
I
played the second
remember
one,
that one.
bro. Man, I wish I could play again.
Goku.
But
Play it right
I
now.
miss those.
that was like the life of just me just borrowing games from friends. Because if you know how the games, you just borrow from a friend that was in the same class or different
Mhm.
class. And 3DS and Wii U area was like a really good time. I think it was my favorite time being a Nintendo fan because despite it being at its
Nice.
lowest point, it was at its most creative for me. I will want to say because they had to like think outside the box to sell their shit because they had their 3DS wasn't selling at the time and their Wii wasn't selling all that well. So all the games they came out with, I was like, oh yeah, I'm copping that. Like Mario Luigi's Dream Team, hell yeah, I'm getting that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Super Mario 3D World, 3D Land, yeah, I get that shit. And just remember, this is gonna sound sad as fuck. Judge me if you want to, fuck you. But I spend mad hours window shopping on the eShop, bro. Looking at
Yeah.
games. Wish I
Amen.
had that shit.
It'd be like
eShop
the-
music is goaded.
It is good, like, bro. It's so good, bro. eShop music, the system settings, nigga. Had no business going that hard.
Internet settings.
Hell nah, nigga. Like, why did they cook?
they dead ass, bro.
But fuck. But around the time like 2014, Smash 3DS had came out, played
Mhm.
that, and that was like
Sure.
around the time where I had gotten to like playing fighting games for real, and that was around the time where we had got like a PS2, which is a weird time to get a PS2 from like our neighbors because we was moving to like Georgia's, and they had gave us their PS2, and they had Soul Calibur 2. My brother played that shit a lot. And I was like, yo, what game is that? It's like, yo, it's Soul Calibur, bro. You trying to play? I was like, bet. So me and him was just running. He just dog walked me all the time. I barely won at all for the most part, bro. Like he always beat my ass.
Yeah.
But I had ended up like getting an interest in like playing this game and trying to get better. I was like, is there like videos to watch this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Because on top of like me playing Smash Bros on the side on 3DS, I'll watch tournaments for that too. I was like, they gotta be tournaments for like these other games, right? I think the first one I watched was like a King of Fighters 13 set with Mr. Karate. And then after that, I had watched like Marvel's Capcom 3.
Yeah, I thought you said, or I was thinking of 14 for a second. I was like, but 13. No, yeah, 13. That game looked good.
It looks so good, bro.
Yeah.
But this was like my era of like really discovering like fighting games and like the overall community, and really me just delving into it. That's when I watched a lot of Maximilian, dude. I still do to this day. But it's like really trying to like get into the community and all like that is the fighting game community. It was just definitely interesting as a spectator because I'm still not good at playing these games to this day. But just watching it as a spectator and just seeing all these stories fold out is just something really like nice to see unfold type shit, you know.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, I'll probably call it there for like my story of me being the gaming type shit.
So like, what would you say are some of your favorite games now?
My favorite games now. So my two favorite franchises will always be Sonic the Hedgehog and Mega Man. Like I love them shits to death. Like I'll never hate it, despite how ass Sonic's doing right now. Fuck you, but hey. But
Coming back.
But if I would say like my favorite games at the moment will probably be Sonic Unleashed. What was the recent game? Breath of the Wild, and I think the third one I can definitely play anytime the fucking day would be I want to say fucking probably 3D World, honestly, because I can be in any mood, but if I just play that game, I can just go back and just chill. I'm not really thinking too hard about it for the most part.
Gotcha.
Like a lot of like current gen games, like there's a lot of games that I had bought that I was very interested in playing that I have not played. Like
No, I feel
my
that.
back
I feel
catalog
that.
is awfully big, and
I
it's solely because
definitely
of
feel
Smash.
I definitely
hate it because of
feel
it.
like a lot of times that's kind of the same thing with me. Is I have a ton of like the newer games, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know, like a lot of games in the backlog. I have them, but it's just the time. I just want to like play it when I know I have time to just dedicate towards it. Therefore, I don't actually play it.
For real. Felt.
But eventually, I'll get there.
We will.
Um,
We will.
yeah. So,
What is zero?
who's next?
Is it my
I'll go
turn?
next.
All right, Midas, let's go.
Oh, who's that? So if you want to go, I'm not going.
Is it my turn?
You can
Yeah,
go,
it's
Otis,
your
if you
turn.
want.
You got it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Seriously.
My first gaming console was a Super Nintendo.
Mm.
I got it for Christmas from my man.
Yes, sir.
And when I heard XP say, "Oh yeah, my first console was a fucking GameCube at 3 years old," I felt old.
You old ass nigga.
Legend was there.
I was there.
Legend was there. He makes me feel a little bit better. Here.
We'll be old together.
Old
Oh.
hands.
Bro, don't be saying that. I'm 25 and I feel old, man. So
You're like 50.
Oh,
mentally, probably.
Hell,
like,
shit,
I'm
I'm
part of
about to
youngest
be
here.
25 in like a couple of weeks.
nice.
welcome to the club, man. You're about to join the old man club.
23.
Oh, Lord.
Fuck it.
You even graze 25, and these teenagers say you're pushing 30.
Oh, no,
For
my
real.
siblings call
You
me an
are.
old fuck all the time.
Hurts.
You are pushing 30 though.
Well, nice to know I'm the youngest here.
Hey,
Stop.
My first game was Super Mario World. That it blew my mind. It was amazing.
love that game.
So
Fucking
good.
colorful. That just set the tone in my brain for forever. Super colorful stuff all the time. I did not beat the game because I was a dumb kid and I got stuck in the Lost Woods and I had no idea what the hell to do.
No, that's good, bro. We all got stuck there, nigga.
So I
No,
would
I definitely feel that.
just, yeah.
I got
started
plenty
in
of words,
game,
but I'll
get all
save
the
it
way
for
to
mine.
Lost Woods, and that was it for me. And eventually, my mom got me a different game at the store. Saw a big fat Ninja Turtle on it. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters.
Oh.
I love that game.
Love that one too.
Run through that shit.
I thought you gonna say Turtles in Time. Fuck.
I didn't actually get Turtles in Time because I would just like, my mom would take me to like a Chuck E. Cheese and they would just have it
Based.
based.
And Chuck E. Cheese ain't even the same no more.
I haven't even been there.
They still have Chuck E. Cheese?
They still
Yeah,
have it,
still
but
there.
they like took out the inside playground stuff. It ain't really
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Ah, that's kind of ass.
Hell, they even changed Chucky too. He's skinny now.
They changed the name of their
An
pizza. It's
actual
called
rat.
Pasquale.
That nigga been skinny for
Oh,
over years.
the
I know he used to be like a chunky Chucky with like
Yeah,
the blazing and all
yeah.
that with the.
I remember.
You know what I'm talking about with the Jordans. He ain't got that no more.
We changed that nigga back in 2008. I was like, wait a minute. Why he skinny? What happened to him?
Tone it down, Chucky. I still love Chuck
Deadass.
E. Cheese, as an adult man with children. So I'm still in there. It's just Dave and Buster's for kids now.
Yep.
Tournament Fighters, good ass game. There's a collection that just released like a couple years ago. If you want to play it, Mondy, Wink. It's pretty good. Raphael has a Psycho Crusher if you're into that kind of thing. But my cousin was like on the opposite end of the spectrum. He had a Sega Genesis. So I would go over to his house like all the time and just
No, the
play
comparison.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And that shit.
Yeah.
Loved it. That was my game.
Hell yeah.
To go over there
Sir.
all the time. But I just had a Super Nintendo, so like I think eventually they'd like release like a little plug and play thing with a bunch of Sega games. So that's how I got my experience with like most of the Sonic games and a bunch of other Genesis games on there, like the Ooze or what was
Vector
it?
Man.
Oh,
Yeah,
Vector
Vector.
Man.
Streets of Rage, nigga.
I was in there. Alex Kidd,
Okay.
love me some Sonic. I've been A1 since day one.
Yes, sir.
But like in between like consoles, I was just straight handheld. So like after Super Nintendo, I had a Game Boy Color. I got that for Christmas, and I was in My only game on there was Pokemon Pinball.
Oh,
I love that game. I really need them to re-release that. Played that 100% it as a dumb kid because it's fucking pinball. So, yeah.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I never like any of the pinball like spin-off games.
Pokemon Pinball is pretty good.
I only played the space one, and we had
On
that
the
on like our
Windows?
old computer back in the day. We ain't had no
Windows,
internet.
yes, nigga.
Y'all know what about, yeah.
Internet wasn't working. Got to power up the pinball.
Yep.
You ain't had no
Mhm.
internet throwing that space pinball.
It was there. That solitary. Nobody know how to play that shit. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I didn't know how to play it. I
And
tried.
Minesweeper was fucking garbage. Fuck you, Minesweeper. Cheating ass game.
I just remember Sonic Spinball. I think it is.
Nah, game's trash.
Yeah, the game was trash.
Soundtrack's pretty cool though.
Hmm.
The hard as all Genesis games sound like that hard the twang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like after I still have I don't have my Game Boy anymore. Monty knows the story.
Yeah,
But after
I
that,
definitely do.
Yeah, that was bullshit. I hate those guys so much. After my Super Nintendo and Game Boy Color games, it was just kind of like I didn't have a console. My sister had a PlayStation 1 that she just let me have when
Hey,
she went off
okay.
to college.
W
So,
sis.
half W because she didn't give me a memory card.
Oh.
Damn.
You said half
Oh, the
W.
struggles.
Just like me.
The
Fuck.
struggles.
So the games she left for me were Tomb Raider 3
Okay.
and
Yep.
Pyro 3.
Oh,
So I
Okay.
would just kind of like marathon that until I just couldn't beat it anymore.
Leave the game on.
And then just, well, I gotta turn the game off sometime. And just like, oh, then it's just like I can speed run that now.
Damn.
So, you know,
He's like that.
Damn. I'm gonna need both of you guys' help with Tomb Raider 3. Because I got Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered. And
Yeah.
I was playing Tomb Raider 1. And man, it's something.
it is something.
so much fun.
It's something, yeah.
It's a little scary.
A little scary, yeah.
I said I'm having fun. I'm having fun.
It's
I'm having fun.
definitely
Meanwhile, I'm
like
just like walking around in the dark, shooting at some low poly tiger.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
It was
jumps
good
out of
for its
nowhere.
time.
Yup.
No,
And then you gotta like, figure out the puzzles, and games back then were definitely not as
Polished.
No, you needed a strategy guide. You had to go.
They're really ashy, you know.
go out and get that. And like
alright.
for like an e-reader, they give you a pack of cards and you have to like very slowly scan it. And for like the game that I had was Donkey Kong Jr. And they made you scan like 12 cards just to have it. It was like and they let you save just one game. So that was just me playing Donkey Kong Jr. for a while until Sonic Advance 3.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Love Sonic Advance 3. It was pretty hard, but man, the combos on that, because you could like choose two characters. So like if you chose like Sonic Tails, you could hold the R button and grab onto Tails, and he would like launch you up like
Yup.
a million miles in the air. Or if you got, my favorite was Amy and Knuckles,
Mm.
because their like team combo was just like Knuckles would just grab onto the wall, and then he could just do a spin dash and then go directly up. And that's how I beat that game. That game has too many just like random pits of death.
Yeah, it does, for sure. No, I love Sonic Advance 3, bro. Oh my god. The combo system was really cool, like you mentioned, and Yeah, no, I remember playing it so much too.
You should play it on stream.
Oh,
Wait,
trust me, I will soon. I got it recently set up to do that. So
after my Game Boy Advance era, I finally got myself a GameCube, and that was it for me, man. I'm locked in. I love GameCube.
mm.
And the first game I got was Clash of Ninja.
Yes, sir. Let's
Sir.
go.
So
Christmas again.
Christmas again.
Yes.
I played the hell out of Clash of Ninja.
Same.
And like GameCube time, I was like around, but like middle school. So I was like, I had an allowance and I would like do stuff for my aunt or my mom and they would give me some money. So I had some money for like games, like for real. So I had Mario Kart Double Dash, uh, Beautiful Joe, also hard, loved it. I did beat that
Beautiful
one.
Joe, that's my game.
My man,
Yes.
Mondy.
Hey, I did recently get it. I got all three.
Sure.
I did too. I got them. You saw it. I got the emulator in the ROMs for it.
Yup.
Still have my Beautiful Joe. My GameCube doesn't work anymore. Rest in peace.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Like in my living room, just like on display for like forever. But then I had children, and children like to touch stuff.
Oh no.
You know how that goes. So it's just mostly for display now. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
See, GameCube, I still fuck with my GameCube. I'm A1. I used to bring it around all the time because it had a little handle on it. Love it. That was the first portable console, technically, because of the handle. Write that down. Am I old? Old? Remember
Am
the
I?
handle on the game?
I think we're all gonna start
Like a
having this
Mandela?
realization.
All right, so behind that shit,
Yeah, it used to be a
Oh,
handle.
oh, you're talking about. Gotcha. Okay.
And
But you know what I'm talking about though? Like the thing you could connect to the Game
Yeah.
Boy.
yeah,
yeah, they put that on like most of the consoles. I never actually got one. Really wanted one though. They're like really hard to find unless you like
Yeah,
got
they
it with like
they
the
were hard to
GameCube.
find.
I think I played like Pac-Man versus on that shit.
Pac-Man versus. Oh
It
yeah,
was like a
I
little-
remember that.
It's the got Pac World 2 came with that.
Did you play Pac-Man Rally? The
I
racing one?
haven't. Nah, I haven't.
Oh, dude. That one's fire.
Oh yeah. And I
Hmm.
was like down with GameCube for forever. But this is like middle school for me was 2006 to 2008. So 2008 came around and I got myself a Wii for Christmas.
Mm.
Shout out to my mom for just she would like camp out outside of Sears on Black Friday sometimes. So hi mom, shout out to my mom. Always hooking me up.
Hey.
For my Wii, I had the Smash Brothers Brawl,
Mm.
my favorite one. So I was on there.
Yup.
I didn't figure out Wi-Fi. I didn't have Wi-Fi for real until like later. We had like dial-up, not dial-up, but like the next stage after dial-up.
Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Understand. I know you weren't there for the the whole startup little noise that would happen when you had to go on the internet.
Yeah.
Be calling someone like, oh my god, what is this noise?
Get off the phone.
Bro, I just
I know.
remember like you would turn on the old ass PC and that shit would make a clear noise that it was turning on. Like it would
Oh my
make the
God,
most
that ugly
metallic
behind-
noise. And then you're like, oh shit, okay, we're
with the
going.
little
All right.
hourglass spinning.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh. I do remember that.
God, man, my grandparents had one of those old ass computers. I remember using that thing. That noise used to annoy the hell out of me.
Man, I miss Windows XP. That shit was great.
God damn, now I feel old.
Real.
I am old.
Had the little fucking icon with the fucking lamp or some shit. I forget.
Oh,
Right?
Clippy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clippy.
Clippy.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Clippy for real.
First
Hey,
autocorrect.
look, people don't even know what a floppy disk is anymore. Everybody thinks it's a save symbol.
Oh yeah, floppy disk.
I remember it. It was actually floppy. Like the case would come off and it'd be a little floppy thing, which is funny for me because it was like the official name of it. All right. Let's
So
see.
after the Wii,
The Wii, such a good console. Skyward Sword, all that stuff. And then I just went into my handheld
Garbage
era.
story.
I know.
Uh,
I like
Bro.
the game. I was
your
in my
mom camping
handheld
outside
era.
of Sears is crazy though.
She used to do that kind of thing for Black Friday.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
My goat?
Amazing woman.
I was in my handheld area. I had a DS. I started out with the DS Lite. I had no idea DS
Peak.
existed, like the original DS. I just got in there with the DS Lite for Pokemon Diamond.
That works
hey.
really good too.
That was the first Pokemon I ever owned, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I played other Pokemons before, but, like, I would just borrow them from the kids at the YMCA. But the first one I ever owned was Diamond. With that Dialga on the cover? Oh, man.
My first Pokemon was Pokemon Yellow. It was cool at the time. You had a little Pikachu follow you around all the way. It was
I got plenty.
Good
I'm gonna
pick.
just save mine though.
do it.
Are you done?
Yes.
Alright.
I'm old. I have a lot more going on.
Damn.
DS, Mario Kart DS. Loved that game. Wi-Fi connection was on at that time, so I was just online getting it.
I wanted to steal that game. That
Good. I really wish I kept all my old games, but like I would like go to GameStop and trade them in because I was poor.
Yeah. Trade them in for, like, dirt.
$4.
Yeah.
One time I traded in a bunch of games because there was a Ninja Turtles game, TMNT Arcade Attack. I traded in a bunch of my DS games for that one, and that game was ass. Man, that was the first time I felt like, maybe the people that made this game made a bad game, and I'm not I'm a kid that doesn't know how to play it.
You got robbed.
And my reasoning turned on because that game was so bad.
Damn.
Then after that, I went straight to 3DS. 3DS is such a good console. They had so many good games. Like 3DS was like holding it down for Nintendo for like a long time.
For
Really.
real.
I think after the Wii, I didn't have like a console for real until Xbox 360, and this was like 2011, and I didn't have any need to get anything because I was like so set on my handhelds until Sonic Generations came out. I was like, damn,
Hey.
I gotta get a 360, I guess.
Good
That
reason
was,
to get one.
I know. The first game I got on my Xbox 360, man, 360 was such a good time for me.
It was a good
Street
time.
Fighter 4, that game
Bayonetta.
was high. Yeah, that game was
still
like
play the
actually
game.
hard.
Which one? Bayonetta or Street Fighter?
Bayonetta,
Gotcha.
like the gold enemies, and then that random like shooting section at the end of the game.
Mm.
Did Angel attack?
Yeah,
Dude, I got so used to playing it, I've like mastered it now.
man. Let's see. After 360, I had a Wii U for like a couple months to play Smash 4, and I was like, I'm going back to Smash 4 on 3DS. Honestly, it had like the better modes.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
And then after that, I wasn't really like console gaming for like a hot minute until like the Nintendo Switch.
Mm.
Because my Xbox 360 was my goat. Because I was just basically just like a TV machine. Because I would like pirate shows, put it on like a USB, and just plug it in, and then watch it off the Xbox on my TV.
Mm.
Such a nice console. I still have it, but it's also broken because
Aw.
children
Ah.
with their nasty little fingers.
Gotta
man.
love kids, man.
Always got grime on it.
I had like a Pro Xbox 360 Pro with the little touch sensitive button. It would go beep, so they would
Oh no.
go
Ah.
down on that, and it just
Oh.
stopped.
Gave up.
I'm like, yeah. So that was it for that.
Hmm.
That's why you-
And after all that, I finally caved in and got a PlayStation 4 just to play Spider-Man. Honestly, would do it again. My PlayStation 4 is just unplugged now.
Damn.
I'm waiting to mod it.
I know a dude who could use another PS4.
Is it
I'm
you?
just- What? Nah. I mean, we can talk about who he is later, you know.
He said, I mean, if you
Donate.
offering.
I want to donate. I know a person. I know a guy. You know?
He knows a guy.
I mean, I also know a guy.
We all know guys.
We do all know some guys.
I've been waiting to jailbreak it. I tried it like, I think a couple weeks ago. I couldn't get it to work. So
Hmm.
it's going to be unplugged for another couple years, I guess.
Yeah.
The current gen, I'm a Switch bitch. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Favorite game of all time. I was there day one.
Oh my
You
god.
already know what it
Oh.
is. ARMS, goated game, greatest game of all time. All of you should get it. Honest, whoever listens to this podcast, go out to the store. So any Blockbuster, if it's still out there, the last one, go get ARMS. This is my platform.
No, nigga, that game's mid.
Oh.
Mid at best.
It's
Are you saying arms?
Yes, arms.
ARMS, baby.
The only reason I'll probably get the game is for Twin Tail, and that's it.
That sounds
No.
so familiar. I don't think I know which one that is.
Damn.
With the spring
About
man,
the game.
the guy where like his arms are like
Got
springs.
that blue
Might need to see,
pompadour.
like, a-
Wait, I'll post it in the
I need to see a
chat.
picture or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Post a link to the eShop, honestly. So we can get digital.
Probably get some free traction towards the website.
I know. I could definitely find it. Oh yeah, I have seen this before. Never played it though.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you.
This is the main thing you should be worried about.
Ooh.
I was there with a midnight release of Nintendo Switch. That was the first game I got. That and Breath of the Wild. So I spent a lot of time on both of those.
So peak. I love Breath of the Wild.
So wait, ARMS is your favorite game of all time. Like, I mean,
Current.
how did it
Current.
current favorite game? Okay. Is
Current,
ARMS
Like, not current.
is ARMS like a successor to Punch Out, or is it just
Nah.
completely its own thing?
Nah, it's its own thing.
Okay,
Yeah, so-
gotcha.
If anything, it's the successor to Wii Boxing.
Wii Boxing was pretty good, not gonna lie.
Oh, I love Wii Boxing. I love Wii Boxing so much. It's where I got out all my aggression.
Oh.
Ex- Grew up on the mean streets of Nicaragua.
What?
That's why he's so violent.
That's not even me.
That experience, bro.
That's why they call him XP.
Hmm.
Just had several hard experiences. All right, my actual favorite game of all time is probably Sonic 2,
Oh.
because I used to play the hell out of that game. I still play it all the time. I can just run through it pretty fast. Like, give me like 30 minutes and I can go through the whole game. I've been trying to like get into like Sonic 3 because never had like a chance
Please.
to properly play Sonic 3 like and
Please.
Knuckles
Mm-hmm.
because
Please,
we've always
nigga.
broken
Treat
up.
yourself.
I
Treat
know.
yourself, please. It's so good.
It's a good game.
But then, sadly, Sonic Origins didn't port it the best.
It didn't.
It works fine for what I'm doing.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah.
Just plays it fine. Just some of the songs.
Yeah, just the music, I guess.
I've been playing Sonic 2 for so long that I have like a VHS recording of me going through the game
Hey yo.
Man.
a long time ago. Because I had a cool TV. It had like a built-in VCR, so it was just like I can plug my console in there and just hit record and just record what was on the screen. So I just ran
Oh,
through that game.
that's
So
pretty
there's a
cool.
videotape of me going through Sonic the Hedgehog 2 somewhere at my mom's house. If I could find it and then also find a VCR, I would definitely figure out how to upload that somewhere.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's
Am I
fire.
a streamer? Am I
Maybe.
a streamer?
Maybe the first streamer ever. Actually, no. That's iCarly. Anyways.
Damn.
Kingdom bells.
Okay, this is pre-iCarly.
But did you ever upload it, though?
We didn't have such technologies back then.
Imagine.
Them speeds were ass back then. That's what took forever.
Well, all right. I see. So, that is the end of the journey, yes?
That's it for now. I have a PlayStation 5. That's it.
Like experience yours, though.
That's cool. So, you didn't really talk about Mega Man, though.
Mega Man has always been there. Super Nintendo, I had Mega Man X. PlayStation 1, I had Mega Man X4. Game Boy Advance, I had all the Battle Network games and the Zero games. He's always been there.
So where is he now?
In my heart, honestly.
I feel that.
Buy all the games.
Like, they're pretty good.
This is the last Mega Man 9? Or no?
It was Mega Man 12.
11.
No,
11, right? Yeah, 11.
Wait, not 12.
I was thinking of Mighty Number 9. That's why.
Yeah.
How was that?
It's not a bad game.
For 9?
Or 11.
11?
11's pretty good.
I heard Mighty Number 9 was ass.
No, I don't think it's
I
ass.
played that game. It's pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
I think
It's
they
actually
just
really
kind of
good.
like fumbled the bag everywhere else.
It's just, people say it's ass because the marketing they did really fucked it over.
Like,
Marketing.
everyone was like trashing on it when it came out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because
But-
it like took forever to come out.
Yeah.
And like obviously like Kickstarter people were like, hey, sir, where's the game, sir?
Right?
Mm.
And when it finally came out, they were just like, all right, this game's not for your fucking anime weebs on prom night.
Yep.
And they're just like, come on. This
That
doesn't look
trailer-
like it's been like too long to make.
Right.
It's a solid game, but it doesn't look like, super duper polished.
Yeah. So, Mega Man 11, how did that game do? Like, is there a future for Mega Man?
It
I don't
did
know.
great. from
I
like
love
the
games like that.
statistics says.
But like Mega Man has had like a gotcha game for a little while, so you know they were like squeezing money out of that. I think like last week they just announced they were like shutting down the servers for it,
Mm.
so we may get something.
It's kind of like in this. It's kind of like the whole Soul Calibur little thing that you
Mm.
watched not too long ago. It needs like a champion to like make a game because there's only one dude that decided to make Mega Man 11 because he really likes Mega Man. But since if he's not making another one, then
Yeah,
probably nobody else unless somebody else want to make some Mega Man game.
Oh wow. Damn.
there was
Maybe what we need.
there
Is
was
another
at one
Mega
point
Man.
like around like 10 years ago when they had a bunch of like Mega Man games announced, and I was really hyped, like Mega Man
Yeah, bro.
Legacy,
Oh my
Mega Man
god.
Universe, Mega Man Online, and they all got canceled
What?
because
This
the guy that was like the grandfather of Mega Man left the company, so they just like canceled all this shit out of spite.
Oh wow.
That's
he
messed up.
he picked Capcom in a really bad spot, so I don't blame him.
Damn.
Like he made like a whole bunch of like known franchises trying to like appeal to the Western audience, which did not go well.
Hmm.
Like examples like DMC with the different Dante
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn.
and RE6. What was the other game? There was some other game I just forget, but it's like a lot of games that he made during that time. It just wasn't working out
Yeah.
when he was like the lead.
Gotcha. I remember everyone did not like Dante with like the black hair and, smoker like tendencies, I guess.
That was actually the first Devil May Cry game I played.
I mean, honestly, like the game itself, I don't think was that bad. Like gameplay was all
It
right.
wasn't. I guess for like fans, people they were kind of mad about it. I was just getting in.
No, yeah.
That wasn't the right one at first.
No, yeah, I could see how like you could enjoy it if you have no prior knowledge of Devil May Cry. 'Cause like the gameplay I think was solid. The story was like my issue because they kind of like retcon a lot of stuff, and I don't know. It kind of like made all the older Devil May Cries uh not work as well, which in turn made me not like that game as much for like its story at the very least, but it's still
I
not
thought
like
it
a
was funny.
terrible game though. Like if that is the bottom of what Devil May Cry could be, that's not a bad bottom to be at, you know?
Right.
But yeah. I see. Well, that was quite the tale,
I am quite the old.
indeed. So, Midas?
I guess it's my turn.
All
Lay
right.
it on me.
I've been waiting for
Alright.
this.
Well, and what's got me into my game journey? I've been playing games for like as long as I can remember. Honestly, I got to feel with XP when he said he came out the womb with the game controller in his hand. To say the least, I would most definitely say my parents would be a start of me becoming a gamer. Growing up, we had several consoles in the house. The first one I truly ever remember touching actually was the Super Nintendo.
Right.
Yep, I grew up playing Killer Instinct. I grew up playing the Mortal Kombat. I grew up playing some of the Street Fighter. I grew up playing a lot. Super Mario World 2. I think it was what Yoshi's Island, that one where Mario was a
Yeah.
Yo,
baby.
Yoshi's
Anytime he
Island.
get knocked off the
Yoshi's
Yoshi,
Island
he
was
used to
fun.
cry every 5 damn minutes. Him and that damn boat. I swear that game was so annoying. Wah, every 5 minutes. It's like, come on, bro, please, just give him back, please. If you don't get to him in time, the little people would steal him and fly off. I also grew up playing Super Mario World, same as you.
Yeah.
Gives you the problem that I had with that one was that damn haunted castle. I couldn't stand them haunted castle levels, man. Them damn ghosts.
Listen,
I
man.
think I
One of
finished
them
it at
was
some
like really
point.
hard.
Yeah, I used to struggle with that. I think that was the last one I played. From there, we also had GameCubes in the house. My dad had one, and so did my sister. So
Let's
I grew up
go.
playing a lot of. Yep. I grew up playing a lot of Mario Kart Double Dash with my sister. We also had Mario Party 4.
Okay.
Let's see. We had some Mario games. I was a big Hot Wheels kid. I played a lot of Hot Wheels. They even had some
Really?
for GameCube, so I played a lot of that one
Wait,
too.
wait, wait, wait. Okay, so you were a Hot Wheels kid. Did you
Yep.
did you slide those things on the wall?
Which
Horse.
one? You talking about the I'm
Oh,
talking about
the little
with
like
the tracks?
no. Like, did you take a little Hot Wheels and just like slide it across the wall and get beat for it later?
Absolutely.
I
Gotta
did.
clean like mud off
Yep.
my walls every day because of
Almost
that.
definitely. Parents did not like me putting marks in their house.
Yeah.
I even got in
Understandable.
trouble for coloring on the wall once. I feel like every kid at least tried once.
Yeah.
I feel like every kid's tried eating glue at least once.
No.
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 Oh.
No.
You want to clean something up?
Now listen, we played
Yeah.
with the glue, like with the hand stick thing, but
Stick
I
it
ain't
on your
trying to eat
hands.
it.
Anyways,
Monty.
Monty.
you were
Anyway.
talking
Hold on.
about your story into gaming, yeah?
Wait, hold on. To be fair, I'll give you this. I did like lick the Play-Doh. All right.
No, I
mean,
did that. I did try that. You know, like you
Okay,
make
so these are
food
just
out of
normal
it.
kid things. Okay.
It was like
Eating
salty
Play-Doh?
too.
I didn't
No,
eat it. I
trying to
licked
eat
it.
it.
All right. It was different.
Flavor.
I was a weird kid.
I was just afraid of eating glue because there was like a Powerpuff Girls episode where
Oh
one
yeah,
kid
they got their mouths stuck together. Oh yep.
Oh my god, that was really gross.
that was it for me. No glue in the mouth.
Dude, at the beginning of the episode, Buttercup threw glue in this dude's face. Got
Yeah,
carried
he was
away.
honest. He was eating it pretty hard though.
He was.
He was. That episode was nasty.
Yes.
Yeah, so you were telling us
Back to
about your
Yeah, back to our game adventures. My parents, for as far as their console goes, my dad also had a PlayStation 2. So I didn't really play too much of that growing up until I'd say middle schoolish. But as far as other games goes, I've also had a lot of handhelds throughout my life. Like some of them were your generic games that your parents probably get you. I played a lot of Sonic games in my life too. Some of them I don't even remember.
a
My man.
Yeah, no, I played a lot of Sonic. Hell, right straight to the DS. I think one specific DS Sonic game that I played that stood out to me was that Blaze one. Which one was it?
Sonic
Rush?
I got it
Rush.
right.
Yes.
Yep, Sonic Rush. I played Sonic Rush. Yep, I played that one.
goated.
That one will always have a special place in my heart because it was like one of the first Nintendo Sonic games I ever played. Going back to the Super Nintendo, nobody else in the future will ever know the struggle of having to do CPR just to get your games to work. And my little
Yeah.
body and the diaphragm blowing in the games, trying to you got to blow out the cartridges. If it had too much dust or whatever, you put it in, ain't work, eject. CPR, 1, 2, 3, breathe. It
You
was a
had to
struggle,
blow and then tap it on the table for a second.
right? Had to blow it. Just out of context, it sounds so terrible. As far as handhelds go, I'd say I had a Game Boy Advance. My sister also had one, but I mostly used to steal hers. First game I ever played on it was this ET game. ET game on Game Boy is just called ET
Really?
the Extraterrestrial.
E.T.
We
on the Game
yeah,
Boy.
it was the ET game. Yep, on the
Yep.
Game Boy.
They made
Explain the
another
game. What's the
game?
gameplay?
So pretty much the gameplay it's weird. You're playing as ET and you're walking to like the forest, and you pretty much gotta avoid like the cops and all of them. You're just gotta find your way back to your ship. So think of it like a maze in a sense. You just running through the forest. They didn't really have it like the movie with the kids fly over there and you're trying to run through. You're just trying to make it back to your ship.
Wait, I think the game
Simple
was
little
made
game for
after a
like
movie, though, right?
like a 4-year-old can play, I guess, or just hold in their
Oh,
hand.
they made another ET game. Because when I think ET game, I think of the one.
There's more than one?
There's one that like ruined the gaming market
Oh yeah,
because it
yeah,
was
yeah.
so bad,
Oh, I think
and
I know
then
which
like
one you're talking about.
it was so bad nobody bought it, so they threw
And they pretty
all
much
of
went
their
bankrupt for
unsold
that.
copies into a
They
giant
buried
hole in
them.
the desert.
Yeah, they
Yep.
buried him.
They buried all of them, which I thought was in. And wasn't that for like Atari or something? Was it
It was a
Atari?
for Atari.
Yeah,
So
that was for Atari. I remember that one.
Damn.
I had no clue they
Yeah.
would make another one.
I gotta see a picture, bro.
Second time.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can find this. So I
I'm
was looking
sitting
at it
here.
earlier. I know he means that one. Another game that I also played, Jackie Chan on the Game Boy too. I had Jackie Chan: The Legend of Dark. That was my favorite game. Another struggle that people will never have in today's day and age is the fact that the Game Boys didn't have light in them, so you could only play it during the night, during the
Yeah.
daytime.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
yep. My sister, she had like a little light attachment to her, so I used to steal it all the time and go play that in the dark when I was supposed to be asleep.
Wait, did anyone here have Game Boy Advance SP?
Nah,
Really?
Yes. I'll get somebody older than though.
SP.
The one
Let
that
me
like
see.
flips.
I had, like,
Oh
a
yeah,
blue
no,
one.
my cousin had one. I played with it, but I never owned one myself.
Because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
so
that one
why
had a
would-
light mode to it.
All the
Now, if I had
backlight.
to say,
Yeah.
my first Pokemon game I played was actually Pokemon Emerald version on the Game Boy Advance.
Damn.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel old on that one because they ain't had color. It was it was just there. It was pixelated. And then after that it was Pokemon Red version.
Mm. Okay,
I played a
okay.
lot of Pokemon. Yeah, I played a lot of Pokemon.
Same.
If I had to go from there, like I said, since I've been playing games my whole life, I remember I have a very fond memory of us when I was little, go to a laundromat to wash our clothes. They had a Crazy Taxi arcade game in the back.
Ooh.
I used to
Whoa.
beg my mom all the
Crazy
time for like some
Taxi.
extra quarters. Yep, I'm like, please, I just need like 2 quarters, please. Like, let me play the game. If you lose the game, they do that little tube and continue it on the screen. And she was like, no, I got to use the rest of the quarters to wash our clothes. So
Damn.
I understand
that was
the
my
struggle
introduction to
now.
the Crazy Taxi, though. I enjoyed it. That them coin struggles.
Hey, did you hear about the new Crazy Taxi?
I did actually. I was excited to see that they were like bringing it back.
Yeah.
That and
Saw like 30 seconds of it.
yeah.
Jet Set
Not
Radio.
even 30.
Oh,
Jet
I'm
Set
so
Radio.
excited
I
for
actually
Jet
didn't
Set
play too much
Radio.
of that.
Yeah.
That game, bro. I'll give you money to buy it right now. That's how much.
He said,
I think
please.
everyone should play it.
I need some money to buy it.
I do
Got
too.
you. I got you. Just wait till Friday. Just wait till Friday.
All right, say less.
I bet, most definitely. From GameCube games, my dad and them played like a lot of Medal of Honor games, like the old ones for GameCube.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I grew
Those
up
were the
playing a lot of
best.
those too. Yes,
Yeah.
it was, bro. Like
Better
the
than
people
Call
in
of
there,
Duty.
like those
Way
soldiers
better.
were running at you with the little swords and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, are you serious?
It was
that was
fucking
like the
streets
best.
in those online servers, dude. That shit
Right?
was much tougher than COD.
Oh God,
I grew up
it
in that
really
shit.
was. I enjoyed that time. Those are like little, not I won't say advanced warfare. Those was like Medal of Honor, Advanced Warline or something like that.
Allied Assault, baby.
Yep,
Let's
there it is.
go.
Allied Assault. Yep,
There's
played a lot of that.
European something. There was War. I think it's Warhammer, not to be confused with the other Warhammer, but it was like you're in like Africa and fighting there.
Yeah, I remember
Shit was
that.
Tough, dude. Tough.
Especially that one where you're like on the aircraft carrier and you gotta like fight back.
Oh, dude, that's the Japanese one. That shit.
Yes, it is.
That shit was dope.
I enjoyed that one. That was like my personal fear. I grew up watching my mom and dad, and it was always my mom would always get got by the swords. They always ran up on her. That's it. Game has just been in my blood, man. I was born with that controller.
Mm.
More
From then on, Let's see. I also grew up playing a lot of James Bond. A lot of James Bond. Like I grew up watching the movies. I am a huge James Bond fan. Forever.
Yeah.
All that I grew up like. I'm talking about some Russia with Love. What was it? Under Fire. What was the other one? The Golden Gun one.
Mm.
I believe I downloaded. Yeah, I downloaded those ROMs too. I've been waiting for that. I had to go search for that because I lost the disc. My siblings scratched some of them before I took it with me.
Damn.
Out of spite.
Yeah. They just don't know how to put shit back in cases. You know, it's that typical kid thing. Take the game out and just leave it there. You don't even put it back in.
Bro, yeah, no. Actually, it's crazy because so many people, I feel like, never kept their like equipment
Cases?
clean or like maintained it or took good care of it. Bro, I still have my GameCube controllers from way back when, like to this day, and they still work just fine.
Yeah,
I
mine.
wish I could say the same. My dog got to it.
Ah, tragic.
They start mushing.
Unfortunate.
Dude, I hate when that happens.
Oh god, he ate all the little joysticks. I was just like, you better be glad I love you, man.
Will you ever
Just,
see? You ever
can
go to
replace
the McDonald's and then they had like the 64 controllers,
Yeah.
like hooked up to the, I don't even know what
Oh
you
yeah,
call
the little GameCube in there.
Yeah,
Like the little TV.
This
Yeah,
back in the
yeah.
day.
yeah.
I've
Bro.
seen that only a little bit. They don't have those anymore. In
Nah.
fact, that was the first time I ever actually saw Smash Brothers. Was in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up playing Smash Brothers, unfortunately. I played everything else but that one. I played a lot of Mario, a lot of Sonic. Smash Brothers wasn't on the radar, but if it was, I probably would have been better at it. Now I just accidentally end up killing myself every time I try, or end up getting stuck in a taunting animation. Switch joysticks. They always make the taunt when you click on it. I always end up fat fingering it. From there, we end up later on. My first introduction actually to GTA San Andreas was because of my uncle. Now, I was visiting my grandparents for the summer, and my uncle, he still kind of stayed with them sometimes, but he wasn't living there actively at that time. He left his old PlayStation there, his old PS2. And I used to be so enamored with the way, you know, how you turn it on and it does like the intro, and you're just like, ooh, it's so mystical, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's
Yeah.
like, you think you about to get into something when you hear that intro start off. I tried to play San Andreas. Now, he had two problems with the system. One, the game was scratched. Two, it had no memory card.
Yeah.
So every single time, you know, because I used to sneak in and play this game. I wasn't supposed to be in there, obviously, but, you know, I was like, oh, San Andreas, you know, I'm a little kid. I'm starting the game up. My parents would have let me play Grand Theft Auto growing up. I had to find my own ways. I had to buy that game myself, you know. Out of all the games they've gotten me throughout my life, GTA is where they drove the line at for some reason. But I digress. I remember having a very fond memory of not being able to take off in that damn plane at the airport, and I kept crashing it. I don't know why. It was a struggle for me until I got older. Or if the disc ever got scratched, then it was like, oh, you know, this disc start over from Carl and the cops and all of them again. It's almost like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
From that point on, we'll spring forward to a little bit more handhelds. I think for the first time ever, I ended up playing on a 3DS, or not a 3DS, but like the DSi first.
Oh
I had
yeah.
a friend who let me. I had a DSi first. I had a friend who had an old one who let me borrow it. From then on, that's when I actually started playing that Sonic Rush game. Sonic Rush. I forgot which Super Mario World. Or I was Super Mario Bros. Oh, Mario Bros. I played that one. Yep. The new Super Mario one, right there on the DSi. I think I didn't grow up playing Sunshine. I didn't get a chance to play that one on GameCube, so I missed out on that one. I'm gonna go back eventually.
You didn't miss out.
I didn't.
It was
Nah.
like a lot of people. Okay, there were some people who didn't like the game, but I thought the game was awesome. So I think you missed out kind of.
Nah, you didn't miss that. That game fucking sucks.
We'll talk about this later.
You said that
Talk
game
about this
fucking
later, bro.
sucks.
We'll talk about this later.
We'll talk about it later.
My cousin also had a good influence on me with games too, because he also had like all the GameCube games, 360 games. I grew up playing Naruto Clash of the Ninja 1 and 2.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. And
Wow.
because he had the game more than I did, he was always dog walking me all the damn time. Just straight trash talking me. I was like, oh, like I swear the man used to taunt the fuck out of me, bro. And like he'd be like, you know what? I'll let you get in 4 hits. That's all you get, bro. And I'll stand here. I won't even move.
Damn.
You should have switched to
Disrespectful.
Akamaru.
Oh no, I did. Once I got the combos down, I was like, okay, it's over for you. And then he proceeded to beat my ass in Tekken.
Ah.
Oof, not Tekken.
Yep, Tekken. We were then going from the GameCube and the PlayStation 2 to 360. I forgot how. I think like a family friend gave us like our first version of that. Now we didn't have too many games on that first because we had just got it, but I remember it came with a hard drive. It had that Worms game, Worms 4. You know, like you had. Yep. We had that, and we had this it was like some little free game that came on there. You're like delivering Doritos or some shit with giant dinosaurs. I don't remember what that game was called, but I just know me and my siblings used to play the hell out of it, like all the time. You can even play as a dinosaur, or you can play like as a delivery truck. And your goal is pretty much you're driving through the city, trying to like pick up all these Dorito bag deliveries, and you got like a giant dinosaur chasing after you. And if you get caught, the dinosaur like eats you, breaks you down. It's like a whole group of team stuff. You have like a blue team, a green team, red team. It's either you versus everybody else and dinosaurs. It's a really fun game. If I ever find out, I'll probably look it up. I'll send it to y'all afterwards. I don't know what it's called.
Dorito
I've
sponsored.
never heard of that, but I believe you though.
Yeah, I want to say it's an old game, but not too much. I don't know if you guys also grew up playing like those old. Do you remember when Burger King used to have like a game?
Yeah.
Yep. I played a lot of that. Yep. Especially with the bumper cars.
Yeah.
I played a lot of that one. And then one where you had to like sneak up on people to surprise them to give them like the burgers. started my anxiety with them stealth games. Yep. I hated stealth games at first. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't like stealth games until I got to Assassin's Creed.
Wait. You're
Burger
saying
King
Burger
had game.
You're saying Burger King had a game where you sneak up on people and
Give them burgers.
Yep, and you give them burgers.
What?
I've never heard of this.
Never heard of
Yeah,
it.
360 had a lot of weird games back in the day.
I love those Burger King games.
Yeah, it was called Sneak King. Yeah, let me see if I hold on.
Oh my
I'll send
god.
it to you in the chat right here.
Sneaky. Yo.
So you just scaring people with burgers.
For
Pretty
real.
much, yeah. You're just supposed to be
They were
stealthy.
pretty
And it's
happy
like,
about the burger, honestly.
honestly, they were happy about it. I mean, shit, I want a burger now. I'm just thinking.
Then why were you sneaking up?
Yeah.
I don't know
They
why.
wanted a burger.
It's supposed to be a surprise.
They
That's
were
why.
angry. And if you like were walking around and you see Burger King, he's very jarring. So you're not gonna walk up to him. He has to sneak up on you. After he pulls out the burger, then you know it's safe.
Where's he pulling them from?
You know where he's pulling them from.
He has one of those
Fucking ass.
Yeah, I said the picture right in there.
What? This is a real
Bro,
game. This is crazy.
And it's funny too because like you can hide like in.
It was basically Metal Gear Solid 3.
So what happens
Basically.
if you don't if you mess up? Like,
I believe like if you get caught, you kind of just got to start over. The whole objective is I think set number of burgers you're supposed to deliver to people, and then I think you also had a time limit. So if you didn't get to all of it again, you just have to start over. I don't know if I ever beat it. Honestly, I don't remember. I just remember playing a lot with my cousin.
Better
That's
than
wild.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Let's see from there. We also did play a lot of Dragon Ball Z growing up, by the way. I forgot about that. Played a lot of Dragon Ball Budokai 1 and 2. And Tekken. But played a lot of that one too. Boo's Fury, the Origins too. I played a lot of that. I played so much Dragon Ball Z.
Hell yeah.
See, from there, of course, I already mentioned it earlier, but I am a huge Gears of War fan. That is my series. I love it. That's my bread and butter. Nobody likes 4, but I only liked the multiplayer because they let me dual wield the shotgun and the shield. So I was being a dick with that on multiplayer. I don't care. I enjoyed that part. That was fun for me.
Hmm.
2 will always be the best one to me. 3 wasn't too bad. I enjoyed afterwards. I don't know why they brought back everything else with. Well, I said 4, but technically the one with Bear doesn't count as 4. Apparently they kind of just skip over that one. Judgment Day. If you anybody play Judgment Day, or know which one that was? No,
Um.
No,
No.
I do not.
that one's hated. Nobody likes that one for some reason.
Hmm.
Either.
They don't count it. But 4 and 5, when his son kind of pisses me off. 5, I have yet to beat 5. I'm supposed to finish it on stream, but my system can't handle the fuckery, so I'll get back to it. It's on the back burner for now.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I mean, if the other one releases, I'll finish it. Now that one's been announced, I have to finish it.
Yeah.
I still also finish Ninja Gaiden 3, which I also can't stand.
Mm.
Bro, I need to finish a Ninja Gaiden game myself. I had Ninja Gaiden Black. I'm still trying to get on that. It's
Feel that.
it's a very not rewarding game at all. It messes with your
Compared to 1 and 2, the third one feels different because they took out certain elements that they had in the first 2 that was just like, okay, but why? Especially janky too. The controls are very janky. I also grew up playing a lot of Fable. I played a lot of Fable. That kind of I played a lot of open world games to say the least. That was my leading genre to go to because I always like to explore. I got ADHD. I get distracted quick. All right, so just throw me an open world game and I'll just. Unless I gotta walk everywhere, then I'm gonna get bored fast. At least like make it where I can walk, discover, and then fast travel. Like I've played a lot of Fallout. The first one I ever played was 3. I had no idea what the hell I was doing, so I ended up taking it back to GameStop because I was little at the time. I didn't understand what I was doing.
nice.
Just to return to it a couple of years later, realizing that I'm a dumbass and that the city of Megaton was literally right in front of me. I kept getting jumped by rabid dogs and like raiders and shit, and I had no weapons. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 7.
Just like XP in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Wait, what? I agreed without even knowing what you said.
I just said yeah.
That's insane.
If I had to pick a game that was like my favorite out of any of the series, I will forever pull out Mario Kart Dash because I used to get dusted by that all the time with my older sister on the GameCube. The GameCube was originally hers, but she left it to me. She left it to me, but I also kind of stole it. She left the house, and I was like, "You're not getting this back. It's mine now."
You said Double Dash?
Yep, Double Dash.
That's like your favorite of all time?
That was my favorite. Yeah, I grew up playing that one a lot. So, Mario Kart was always been my shit. So, playing that, I was like, oh, yeah. But I don't have a Switch, so I can't play against y'all as much as I'd like.
Dang.
Do it.
Damn.
Get one.
Yeah, we'd
I'm-
be having
honestly,
wild matches. Remember yesterday?
I just didn't
with
have
the
an
Renegade
interesting
Roundup?
Switch. There weren't too many games that I'd pick it for.
I would have played Mario Kart with you, but I was like physically driving.
Ah.
He was playing real life Mario Kart. Only difference is he didn't have any blue shells.
True.
Man,
No
banana.
items. Nothing but skill.
Like, imagine having a blue shell in car traffic. Like,
The blue shell is just the cops, bro.
That'd be accidents all the time, and traffic is endless.
you get like cut off and they just throw the shell at you.
Yeah. A little wipe out.
Wait, you guys saw the Mario movie, right?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who
Yeah,
did?
So remember like the Rainbow Road bit, bro? Where like there was actually a blue shell Koopa, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Right? Because
Like-
I've never seen that before. I've seen blue
I've
shell
never seen it.
Koopas, but like not with the
Yeah.
spikes on it, like not the one from Mario Kart. Like
I've
this
just
dude
seen the shell.
suicide bombed
There
in a
are
kids movie.
They retconned us, bro.
Yeah.
They did. They
I
really
think there was
did.
like a blue shell power up in New Super Mario Brothers you could get. But it
Yeah,
didn't have
but that
spikes
was
on it.
right. That was it.
There's also one thing I could definitely say I enjoy, it's the fact that they actually brought Peach being a strong back. Because if we're honest, in the old games, Peach could actually fight. For some reason, I don't know what this damsel in distress thing always was to me, but that shit used to annoy me. You get to the castle, oh hey Mario, how you doing? Get to the next castle, hey Mario, how you doing? It's just like, come on, bro, I'm getting tired of chasing you.
Then you
I'm
go
getting
on
real
and play.
tired of chasing
You play Smash, and you come up against the most demonic Peaches you've ever met in your entire life. And it's like, bro,
Right?
what is
Where was
this?
the skill set when you was getting kidnapped every fall? I'm tired.
Exactly.
I'm starting to
True.
believe at some
Bowser's
point you
ass.
just going with Bowser. Yeah, she's going with Bowser willingly.
She's just
Bro.
bored. She's just bored. Man.
In the movie, they've like had it as "Don't hurt my toads," and that's why she like
Right.
gave up and went with him. But
And even then,
if
she
you
was
didn't
still
have any
fighting
hostages,
back.
it was on site.
She would have mopped the floor with Bowser.
Oh, dude, remember was it the brown dude in the brown toad in the Mario and Luigi series? I think his name's Toadstool,
Toadsworth?
right?
You talking about like the old one with the glasses and the beard?
Yeah, that dude.
Yep.
On Sunshine.
Bro, why wasn't he in the movie?
Brandon.
Like,
I
they
thought
had
he
him as-
was. Wasn't he like one of the advisors?
No, but he wasn't brown. I think he was blue. Pretty sure he was blue. Like, I don't think that was him. I think it was just another toad.
Yeah, just random blue guy.
Yeah, like, who are you?
Maybe
Wait.
it was cheap
Find
to
somebody who will
have
fit
a
the
bunch
role.
of the same recolored guys running around.
Damn.
This
next
guy?
podcast episode. Next
Yeah,
podcast
Toadsworth.
episode, we're talking about that.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah, I
That's
think
him.
that
He's
nigga.
on Sunshine.
Oh. Yo,
Oh yeah, that's exactly.
I gotta say, bro, Peach makes me so mad, especially after the ending of Odyssey, bro.
I was wondering about that. Like, I didn't play it, but I saw it end and free roaming and partying around. I was like, what happened? Wasn't she like kidnapped halfway? How did we get here?
Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's like you were saying, how the whole damsel in distress, oh Mario save me, like every single castle or whatever, but like the end of Odyssey, it's just so bizarre because Bowser kidnaps Peach and he like wants to marry her or whatever. But Mario goes all this way throughout the whole game and then you get to the wedding at the end to save her. And then like she just I don't even know, she just like it's just very bizarre. Like she doesn't even care. She doesn't even care about Mario, bro. Like that's the thing. She'd just be leading this man on like every single game. Like I don't know, bro.
She said thanks and
I was
peaced
like,
out.
you should have went for old girl who was in the city level.
Yeah.
I was partying and singing. I was like, man, forget Peach. I can stay here.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Pauline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pauline's pretty goated.
Yeah.
I found that ET game I was talking about. Here you go.
Wow.
Oh, let me see this.
20th anniversary.
20th anniversary.
It wasn't exactly the anniversary version, but with the anniversary thing on it.
I thought you made it up.
No.
You were talking about the old game.
Not the chat is cursed.
Rob with the spicy peach gif.
What is this?
I think that's like a Looney Tunes thing.
They added her in Looney Tunes?
Damn.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know what that is. That's crazy.
they just
That's crazy.
flew over some Looney
That
Tunes
is
stuff.
crazy.
Well, I mean, with that gif, do you want to get into it, Rob?
Love to get into
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I can kind of surmise mine more being like, my dad handed me Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, when I was 4 years old, and sat me on the computer and was like, "Don't tell your mom, just
Nice.
load it up." I was like, "All right, bet," and I was instantly hooked. That shit was crack. I was like 5 or 6 in multiplayer lobbies against adults, and it was bedlam. It was crazy. So
Yeah,
I was
voice
like,
chat.
dude, they didn't have voice chat, but they had text chat, and that shit was not filtered at all. That was
It
It
not
never
a
is.
thing yet.
It never is.
So it was like, it was a war zone in there, man, literally. But I played the shit out of that, and then started playing Age of Empires, and I'm a big strategy, I guess, gamer. I guess I
Mm.
play like RTSs, like real-time strategy games, like Civ, um, Age of Empires, Age of Mythology, Stellaris, Hearts of Iron, all these types of games where I don't know, it's just like way too much multitasking. It's not really fun. It's more like suffering, I guess, for you to put in like 10 hours into a playthrough, and then it's like, oh, I lost. Sweet,
Well, you have to
great,
strategize. It's one of those
yeah,
I enjoy. First, I feel that too. I enjoy the
yeah.
civilization games.
It's like
You be so
when you,
busy building your own stuff though, you forget
yep,
about everybody else.
yep. It's like, oh shit, that thing that happened about an hour ago. Yeah, it was really important, and I didn't do anything about it, so I lose. Okay, cool, time to do it again. But when I was growing up in like middle school and high school, I had a good friend group, and we would have like Smash tournaments on Fridays. So
Mm.
because we got out earlier on Fridays typically, like it would either be a half day or it would end an hour earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So we would all go to my friend Jamie's house, and there'd be about 6 to 8 of us, and my friend Jamie, who had the GameCube and everything, we playing Melee on there.
Mm.
He was a demon,
Ah.
and I mean ultra demon. Like I've played demons, okay, played a fair share. This guy would turn up the speed of all characters. He would turn up all these settings, and then he had the cracked version, and he would turn up all these things. He would get all the characters that weren't on the base game from the cracked version into the game, and then he would 1v4 us to start to warm himself up, and he
Jeez.
he would lose, but he would four stock somebody, and then he would get us down to like 2 stocks each, and then we'd kind of 1v1.
Mm.
But dude's a menace. But then we would have like a tournament, and he'd kind of play himself. Like there's no one that's gonna fucking play him. But we would just sit there for like 4 or 5 hours, just fucking playing. Friday night pizza. Life was
Mm.
good.
Damn.
No struggle in the world. Didn't have to worry about anything besides, school and chicks. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Damn.
it was like sweet serenity. And then we would play like some Guitar Hero and shit, because that was a lot of fun. Rock Band and shit.
Ooh, Rock Band.
I would go to a buddy's house and we played Kingdom Hearts 2.
Hey.
And that shit was bossin'. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro,
Let's go.
the dogs. I'm talking the dogs. And we'd do all that shit. But then like my personal console history, it was mostly PC. Then I got a DS and played the shit out of the DS. A lot of Pokemon games and stuff. And then I got a Xbox 360 when it came out.
Mm.
The first 360, and played Halo 3, biggest W possible, ODST, Reach, all that shit. And then BioShock changed my life, because
Mm.
that game, although the second half is not great, the first half of the first game is spectacular. And then BioShock 2 drops, and everyone gets it twisted. When you think about that series, you're like, oh, Infinite and 1 are the best. And you're just so significantly wrong, because 2
Right?
2 has the
Right?
best mechanics
I
of
agree.
of any of the games. It has okay, the story doesn't have any moments that you're like, ah, shit, until the end. And the end, you're like, oh, this is fire. I'm with this shit. But it is like everything you wanted from the game. You get to be a big daddy, and baby, we're big daddies. So
Mm.
we fighting through there, man. So good. Same situation happened later when my dad was like, hey, do you want a game? Let's go get a game. And I'm like, dude, you know I want a game. GTA 5 dropped today. And he was like,
Mm.
all right, well, don't tell your mom. So we got GTA 5, and I
What a
was
hero.
somehow sick the next day. I don't know. Something happened. I was
Yeah.
sick. Couldn't go to school. So I stayed home, played for 11 hours.
Allegedly.
Awesome. Just cruising through GTA. And when I would play like Need for Speed a lot. I grew up on racing games, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo
Same.
when I would go to a buddy's house. We'd always play Gran Turismo. Had to. Hot Pursuit was such a W.
That's the best.
So
I actually enjoy Carbon more, but I understand.
dude,
Hot
Carbon, man.
Pursuit.
Damn.
Carbon
Yes,
was
dude.
my favorite.
Yes. We played that. And
Yo, did you play Midnight Club?
Midnight, dude,
Based.
brother. I
I didn't get a chance, brother. I missed it.
I just re-downloaded the Dolphin emulator for Midnight Club, and I'm about
got that
to
too.
start playing through that because I heard the song from the menu just like in passing the other day while I was walking, and I was like, wait a
The
second,
best soundtrack.
where do I know this from? House real big, car real
Which
big.
Midnight would you recommend? Because I was looking at that yesterday. I got all the
I like
ROMs.
the OG.
OG's good too. They're both, I don't know, man. They're just so good. It's just like the level of customization in that game was just unmatched compared to like every other game. Because you go and play like, I mean, even to this day, you play like Forza, Turismo, you play Need for Speed, like all that shit. It's not it.
No.
It's not it. You can't tune like that.
Mm.
I don't know, man.
I played the recent one. I even started playing Need for Speed Unbound. Personally, I don't really enjoy Heat or Unbound. I'm just playing it just for the experience since I grew up
Yeah.
playing all the Need for Speed.
I feel that. Like, it fell off after midway through the 2010s, I guess.
Yeah, I
And
feel that.
especially Rockstar kneecapping Midnight Club to just being like Midnight Club is just in GTA now, and it's like, yeah, that's fine, but you had something there if you kept it separate, you know, instead of combining them. But then I played a lot of Fallout. New Vegas is definitely a top 3 game for me. It's something I've played through 12, 15 times and haven't got bored once. And I'm not like a Bethesda sucker because it's made by Obsidian and they just bought it. So, Obsidian game. But
Get owned.
yeah, it's the best Fallout game other than 1 and 2. I played 1 and 2. They're a lot of fun. They're good storylines. Really clunky now though. Really.
Oh no, it is. I'm trying to play the first one and it keeps crashing.
It's tough. I would wait for there's a bunch of developers who love Fallout 2 and they're remaking it to be a first person. So that's
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
saw that actually.
at W. Cuz I've been following them doing that the past year and they're really moving. They're cruising so. But Fallout was big last year when Baldur's Gate 3 dropped. I was a sucker immediately cuz I play D&D with some buddies.
Love D&D.
And we play on Tuesdays, and when that game dropped, well, we heard about it, and we were like, damn, we're gonna have to play this, aren't we? And we're like, yeah, we're gonna have to play this. So we played it, instantly crack, so good.
A crack.
The game's a lot of
Never
fun.
finished it.
Who could blame you? Act 3
Still making
is really
characters. Look, I made like
tough.
6 characters and still ain't finished, right?
Yo,
I finished
feel it.
one finally. Like I finished the other day. Actually, I
Yeah.
take that back. I did finish one of them myself.
I play a lot of shooters. It's not that I enjoy them at this point, but it's just like a memory thing. It's like, oh, this is just so easy, so I'll just play this, like Apex and all that stuff. But probably my second favorite game of all time is XCOM 2. XCOM 2 is a beautiful RTS that every RTS wishes they could be, and
It's
they
a good
never will
game.
be. It is perfect the way it is. It can be as gruelingly hard as you want it to be, and it can be as stupid easy as you want it to be, and all the time you're having fun, and it's difficult. So it's very good. And then I don't know, favorite game all time is kind of tough. There's just too many. Black Ops 2 is where I grew up when I was in middle school and high school. I have about 2 months of my actual life in that game. Don't know why and how it happened, but I ran the streets in there. And I love Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is a game that is so peaceful and calm.
Yeah.
It's a cozy game.
Yeah.
Nice
For all
cozy
the
game.
for all the dog shit I put myself through playing Rocket League every day, I will
You need that mental break.
I will sit
Understandable.
back and relax and play Stardew Valley and just make money in little crops. It's someone that balances you. So yeah, it's pretty much it. Not a very. I've played hundreds of games, but I would say those formed me more or less as a person.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Bro, Midas, what is this Burger King kart racing game?
Oh yeah, that was one of the ones that I was talking about. Yep, big bumping. It was a
These
bumper
have
car
to
game.
be fake games. These are
No,
not.
they're
No, they're
real.
real. I
They're
promise
real.
you, I played them. They're real.
I played them.
It was
dude.
like
I was there. I saw the
those were like
commercial.
around
Bro, who put in
2010.
Project
Can I get a
Gotham? Oh
commercial?
my god,
I
Project
did, bro.
Gotham was.
That
I
was my
miss Project
childhood.
Gotham, bro. That was my childhood right there.
Yo, is that a play on Big Pimpin', Jay-Z?
It probably was. Big bumping. I also put it in that Hot Wheels game I was talking about and several of the Metal Arms too.
That's wild.
Burger King, big games. That's nuts.
Oh, it's like around 2010 or something.
Yeah, that was like early 2010s.
Oh my god. All right, well, I guess I will be the last one to
It
go.
It's time.
Lay it on us.
So,
Lay it on, sir.
let's see. Well, like I said in the beginning, I've been into gaming basically just ever since I was a kid and got a video game for the first time. Thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So I don't remember my exact age, but when I was super young, got a PS1 and got Spider-Man for the PS1. I think it was just called Spider-Man. But essentially, like my earliest memory of playing video games was waking up because the PS1 was in my mom's room. So me and my brother would wake up every day. We didn't have a memory card. We would wake up, go to my mom's room, be extra quiet, because she would still be sleeping, and we would play the PS1 and play Spider-Man, and we would try to beat the game. Like every single morning, we would wake up and do that while not trying to wake her up at the same time. And we did that religiously. Like that was our routine. We would wake each other up, go into mom's room, turn on the PS1, and play Spider-Man. And we would try to beat the game because we didn't have a memory card, so we couldn't save it. And thankfully, it wasn't like a super long game. So after a few times, we finally got the hang of it, started to beat it, and essentially that would be kind of what I would do gaming wise. Would just be waking up early, going into mom's room, playing the PS1. We got Crash Bandicoot, 1, 2, and 3. 1 was insanely hard. Never beat it as a kid, but ended up beating the remake that they released. But that game was so hard. Yes. But 2 and 3 were really good. I loved 3 as a kid. Because the cover where he had the little jacket and the motorcycle and the shades, oh my god. Loved that. Loved that. Yeah, we played those, and CTR as well. And then Spider-Man 2, where Electro was the main villain. So mostly played a lot of those games on PS1. And then I want to say the next time I would really get into gaming would be probably GameCube era. So I remember, obviously a lot of y'all know, but I'm a huge Sonic fan. It's no secret.
Yeah.
How I got into Sonic really is so first time ever really seeing Sonic, I think was around the Heroes era, because I remember I would see the commercials for Sonic Heroes, and then they had like a McDonald's toy collab, and I tried to collect all the McDonald's like Sonic Heroes toys where they had like little mini games, and there was like a shadow skateboarding one. I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was definitely a time. And I remember falling in love with Sonic's design, like as a kid. Just the hero's design, I thought was peak. But I didn't actually play a Sonic game until because we were moving at the time. So I was in Jacksonville, and then I was in Kansas City, and I moved to Jacksonville. So once we moved to Jacksonville, first ever Sonic game I got, because this was before I had a GameCube. I used my mom's like old dinosaur computer, and we went to like a flea market, and I found a copy of Sonic R for PC.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my mom was like, "Oh, you like Sonic, right?" I was like, because I was like, I always wanted to like Sonic, but I never really played the games yet, you know? And the thing with Sonic is, like, I think the main reason I kind of gravitated towards Sonic is because my mom was super religious. So, like, she would not let me get into a lot of stuff. Like, all these, you know, M-rated games and stuff, I could never get into because she just wouldn't allow it. I mean, at one point, she really cracked down to where, like, I couldn't even watch Pokemon, bro. Like, it was bad.
Pokemon.
She was like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, it's all witchcraft. You can't be watching that. I
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
demons and yeah.
I was like,
understand.
bruh. I think she just saw me watching one episode of Yu-Gi-Oh, and you know, it was GG's. But
Yu-Gi-Oh did get dark a couple
it
times.
yeah, it did. But
Shadow Realm.
that's actually another reason why I kind of missed out on Harry Potter too. But Sonic was a-okay. So naturally, I just really gravitated towards him. So yeah, I played Sonic R on my mom's PC, and I thought it was really cool. Actually, the music was super fire, and you know, I was like, wow, I really love this character, this franchise. So I think my mom kind of like, you know, liked the fact that I liked Sonic, and so she kind of set me up to getting me a GameCube for, I think, Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember, but either way, got a GameCube, and I think the first game I got was Sonic Heroes. So really loved Sonic
It's all about
Heroes.
Sonic Adventures. No, I'm playing.
So I got Sonic Heroes, and then like shortly after, like I started getting all the Sonic games, bruh. I got Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Mega Collection.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly how it starts.
Yeah. And like it's just it's crazy because man, I remember even like just the artwork on the discs for the GameCube, like where it had like the blue, like the outlines of Sonic and Shadow. Oh my
This
god,
would be
bro!
so fire.
They had all the
Yes,
comics on that shit too, bro.
Right?
yeah, bro. Actually, and
Bro,
one
the
of
shows.
my earliest memories too is I had Sonic Heroes. I had the manual like inside the game, and like in the manual they have like the age of all the characters and like just random facts about them. And I remember like reading into it, and I was like, damn.
That's dope.
Yeah, no, yeah, that I was like, I remember I think Knuckles was like a little older than Sonic, and like
Knuckles was 18, yeah.
yeah, like I just thought that was so interesting. But yeah, Sonic Heroes was a great game. But anyway, so yeah, GameCube era, got Naruto Clash of Ninja 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Love those games. Funny enough, I didn't really get into a lot of like the Nintendo IPs, even though I was heavy like on the GameCube. The only like Mario games I actually ended up getting or playing was Mario Power Tennis.
Really?
Yeah, I never played Sunshine. Never got into the other like Mario games other than like the sports games. There was Double Dash, of course, but that like came with the GameCube, so you know.
Oh, dope.
And then I played like 64 when I was like at daycare, like before I can even like really remember, before I could even really like, you know, function, right? Like my brain was just so undeveloped, but I do remember it being there. Um, but yeah, and also I do remember Smash 64 too. But that was like, those weren't my games, you know, those were just games that were there that I would like touch, but I never even got to play them enough to really be like, oh, this was, you know, so. But yeah, so GameCube era, 2000 like 4, 5, 6. This was like the time to be a Sonic fan because, I mean, we were getting so much content, so many games. I believe Shadow the Hedgehog, the game, came out like the same day as Sonic Rush. Like, it's
dope.
yeah, like it's crazy. Like we were getting so much compared to you know now. But so it's funny because Shadow the Hedgehog came out and I got the game, thankfully, without like my mom realizing how edgy it was.
Nigga said,
Wasn't
damn.
that
How?
Every
Like
Every
It wasn't that bad. Come on, man.
it
Nah.
it wasn't that bad, but like for my mom's like standards, it was pretty bad. She didn't realize though until after I already got it. So it's like, you know. And I tried so hard to hide it too, because I was like, bro. But like, bro, my mom was so like, I don't know if y'all remember, but in Sonic Heroes where Knuckles does like the shift rough,
Shift
yeah,
rough.
yeah, bro,
Oh.
We
like,
all thought he was swearing.
Really?
bro, she thought
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
we
saying
did.
shit, and like, bro, she almost took that away. I was like, oh no, like I honestly I couldn't even like counter argue. I didn't know what the fuck he was saying either. Like, but
She just said, no, I promise you he's not cussing. That's it.
yeah, like I was like, I was praying for dear life. I did not want the game to be taken. But
Wait, side note real quick. How were you able to watch Naruto?
bro, honestly,
He snuck.
she just bruh, she just didn't
He
care.
didn't come in.
Okay, actually, wait.
That's a good question.
I will
No
say
sexy jutsu.
that I was just gonna say,
I'm
bro,
saying that's
sexy
sexy
jutsu. Oh my god, because that happened like early on. But I think what
Yeah.
it was is like I would come home from school and like, you know, Naruto was just on, and I feel like for the most part, it just was always like there was one point where she did see the sexy jutsu and she didn't want me to watch it. But before then, like I never really got caught, bruh. So
Sneaky with it. Okay.
like I think it's just like she would come in and see it and be like, oh okay, like it's a show about ninjas, like whatever. But there was one time like later at night when it was on like Adult Swim and the sexy jutsu happened, I was like, oh no, bruh. But I think like it wasn't too bad because after I remember like Prince of Tennis came on and she was like okay with me watching that. So yeah. But
When they tell you animes for kids, then you just show them stuff like that.
bruh, it was a struggle, man. But I had to watch Naruto because man, all the kids, everybody in third grade was watching Naruto, bro. Like when it came out, oh my god.
Yes.
I was not gonna be the only one lacking, bro. Anyways,
Oh, dude, remember the trading cards for Naruto?
bro,
trading cards?
I still have them. I still have them.
I got a couple.
Really?
I never had them. My cousin did.
I knew
Yeah.
of them, but I never had them.
So like the thing is, I had this friend in Jacksonville because I didn't have like I had a good amount of things, you know. I had a GameCube and I was super grateful just for that. But I wasn't like spoiled, you know what I mean? I had a friend though that lived really close to me, like, you know, a few blocks down. I would go to his place damn near every day because he had everything. Bro, like I didn't own my own Smash Bros until Brawl. He had Melee, he had like so many games for the GameCube that like I'd never had because I guess like his mom would just buy them all for him and my mom was more, you know, selective. So but I would always go to his place and play like just everything. He had literally everything. And that was like how I got into I guess that was my like first real exposure to Smash. But I still didn't own it. So I want to say after GameCube was Wii, and first games I got for I remember I got a Wii for Christmas, and I think the first games I had were there was the Wii Sports that came with it, and then Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. And bro, let me tell y'all, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games,
Peak.
like,
That's a good game.
you know how you had to like shake your arms like up and down to run? Bro. So I did that like
Oh my god.
that was like my favorite mode to do, right? Bro, I was doing that like I'm a kid, right? And I'm playing that like all the time. Bro, when I tell you that I got buff from doing that, bro.
Let's go. Anchor arms.
Like-
fucking god.
Like, I'm just saying, bro. The kids was like, dang, Monty, like, you kind of toned. I'm like, bro. It's like they trying to find a
Like,
secret.
dang.
And I'm like,
Mario,
listen.
Sonic.
Play
Listen.
Mario Sonic nigga.
I ain't give no one the secret, okay? But yeah, no. It's funny because like legitimately that was like around the time I was also kind of getting into wrestling and like WWE. So it's funny, I was like me and my friend we like tried to work out a little bit, and it's just so funny because every time like he always asks, he's like, "What are you doing, bro? Like your arms are getting kind of." I'm like, "Bro, just I've been on the grind, bro." But no one ever knows that that's actually what I was doing. I was just playing Mario and Sonic, like it's crazy. But yeah, those were like the main games I want to say I had for Wii.
Sports.
Yeah, Wii Sports and Mario and Sonic and Sonic Riders. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember the Riders Zero
I
Gravity
actually didn't
commercial.
play that one.
Oh, you gotta play it, bro.
I love it.
I downloaded it though, so I have the wrong. You saw me play FGM earlier.
Hmm.
Love it. Amen.
Yeah, Sonic Riders. Oh my goodness, bro. That game.
That shit a bunch.
So many memories. But yeah, I remember Zero Gravity came out for the Wii. That was fire. And then like around this time, we were getting into like the next gen with 360 and PS3 coming up. And I remember I didn't really care for either console until they started showing trailers of Sonic 06.
Oh,
And this is where like, bro, I just remember the first time I saw Silver, I was like, yo, who is this guy? And then I remember they had a website where they had like all this information and stuff. And oh my god, like I remember
Central.
yeah, oh yeah, Sonic Central. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. I used to go on that website all the time, bro. Like, cause I remember they had the Sonic Heroes like themes
Yeah.
there, and you could like hover over each team, and it would like play the theme. Like, oh my god, like
Yes, nigga, yes.
I loved Sonic Central so
Like-
much.
Some of the comics, I think,
Yeah.
like covers.
I think
Honest-
my favorite site was Sonic Rush one.
Yeah. Oh my god, they really need to bring back Sonic
Bring
Central.
back websites.
For real. But yeah, so I was looking into Sonic 06. I was really like wanting that game. I remember expressing to my mom how badly I wanted this game. But I remember like overhearing her talking to my dad about like if she would get me a 360 or a PS3. And I was like, listen, I don't care as long as I could play that game. But I remember like at the time I wasn't even thinking about it, but hearing about it later, apparently PS3 was like super expensive on launch, and like that's why I guess she was
$7.
I guess that's why she was debating, because it was like super overpriced and everything. I didn't even know though. So anyway, another Christmas, I got the 360 and I got Sonic 06. And yeah, much like you, Chili, honestly, if there was any glitches or any like gameplay errors, like I just thought it was me, skill issue.
Bro, yeah.
But to be honest, Sonic 06 was like at the time definitely my favorite Sonic game of all time. I really, really, really loved that game because, and it's so crazy to think about, like to hear all you guys' stories and games that you guys grew up with and everything, and to have lived growing up with Sonic games. Like I cannot imagine growing up with any other franchise or getting into any other franchise because Sonic games have always had this like world-ending type of story, and as a kid, like it's just such a treat, bro. And honestly, not only that, but the music for Sonic games, oh my god, like
yeah, I'm always jamming, bro.
Yeah, like it's like I can't imagine not being raised on peak, like especially music. But Sonic 06 to me, it just to this day, the story is what gets me. The fact that you can play as 3 different characters with 3 different storylines, different perspectives, and then they all are intertwined and they all have time travel that connects and actually makes sense. And it's just like, bro, what? And the fact that like Silver is just one of the coolest characters ever, on top of Shadow already being one of the coolest characters ever. Like, bro, oh my god, the kickback, bro. Oh my
Who
god.
can you pick between the two, Silver or Sonic? Excuse me, not Silver. Silver or Shadow?
Who I like more?
Yeah. Who do you like more?
I don't know, man. I love them both for like different reasons. That's the problem. They're both like, I love both characters so much. And like, but really just the fact that that was Silver's first game, and the fact that he's this like, he's this hedgehog from the future. Yeah, basically Trunks. But like, he has telekinesis. Like, I thought that was so cool. I thought that was so cool. And his theme song, oh my goodness, bro.
That shit fucking slap, bro.
Yup. You already know. You already know. So playing that game was like really a treat for me. And I didn't even realize there was all this hate for it until way later. But I thought that game was peak when I first played it. And it took me a while to beat it. But I loved it so much. I was dedicated to beat it. Like that final last story where you're Super Sonic, Super Shadow, Super Silver. Oh my god. Bro. That. Oh my god, bro.
It was so good, bro. I was in tears, bro. I watched my older brother fucking do that part because I could never get past a certain part of one of them their stories.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like, I want to say that was the first time I actually finished like a last story in a Sonic game, because Sonic Heroes, I never beat all the other team stories, so I didn't even know there was a final story until like way later.
I never finished Chaotix.
And then like Shadow the Hedgehog, like, I mean, there was no way I was doing all those endings to get to the last one. But I found out that there was a last one, and then I ended up beating it later on. But like Sonic 06 was the first like last story that I did myself. And then I went back and did all the other last stories in other games because the feeling of doing it was so satisfying. Like, I was like, I need to finish this for Adventure 2, for Heroes, like, bro. And then I remember also a crazy memory it just brought back. I remember playing Adventure 2 and watching the Sonic Adventure 2 storyline happen on Sonic X, like in the mornings. Bro, I lost my No. So it was the moment of realization was when, when Sonic uses the fake emerald to teleport, and then he teleports like in front of Knuckles.
Yes.
Bro, that happened in Sonic X, and I was like, wait, my brain like turned on, bro. Oh my god. Like, I had an epiphany at that moment. I was like, wait, Sonic's about to be here. I was like, yo, oh my god. Okay, but yeah. It was a different time, bro. It was a different time.
So good.
So good.
But yeah, after that, I mean, I want to say, I mean, I did have like handheld games and stuff. I had Sonic Battle, Sonic Advanced. Uh, I also had like Golden Axe and Echo the Dolphin because they were like in this combination pack of like Sonic games for Game Boy. So basically, once my mom realized I love Sonic, she just always kind of knew what to get me. You know what I mean? But at some point, oh my God, Sonic Battle art style is so good. Um, at some point, I want to say after Jacksonville, we moved to Cali, and this is when like starting to get older, starting to mature, and I really wanted to. I don't know even how I discovered. I think I watched a video on YouTube of Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 4, the opening where Dante and Nero are like being such badasses and talking shit to each other.
Yes.
And I was like, bro, this series is fucking fire. Like, I need this. I need this in my life. But the games are rated M. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to convince my mom to let me play these. So what I ended up doing was basically whenever I would go to my dad's for the summer, he was a little more, relaxed. So I convinced him to let me play Devil May Cry, but I didn't have my 360 there. So we had a PS2 there. So the only one I could play was Devil May Cry 3. So I was like, okay, can I get this game? Por favor. And so that was the first Devil May Cry I played, Devil May Cry 3, which just so happened to be the best one.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, I fell in love with Devil May Cry so much that eventually I tried so hard and convinced my mom to actually let me get Devil May Cry 4. Like a dead ass, I was looking up Wikipedia pages to tell her like it's not that bad, like it's not, that demonic even though devil is in the name, like it's actually, like
It's actually really hype.
it's I was like it's not like that, I guess
They purge
bad.
demons.
Like it's
yeah,
yeah, like it's a good
good.
I try to convince her so hard, and I actually did, and I got Devil May Cry 4. Oh, I love that game. But yeah, then I want to say this is when I got into like a lot of 360 games. So, because my first 360 that I had Sonic 06 on got Red Ring of Death. So it was short-lived. The only games I even had on there.
Oh, not the red ring.
Yeah, no, the Red Ring fucked me. The only games I even played on that were 06 and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Which I do love that game too because
Very basic.
Classic.
yeah, because that game actually has a special place in my heart because I played it with like my brother and my dad.
Same.
Yeah, like we just had the whole family playing it, and it was a good time. It was a really good time. But yeah, Red Ring of Death, so kind of sucked. But then I got a new Xbox like either for my birthday or like another Christmas, and this is when I really started like getting into 360 games. So that's when I got Devil May Cry 4, and then I got WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 because for PS2 I played 2008, and I always wanted to get a newer like next gen one or like get it on a next gen console because you could add your own music, bro. So I had 2009 on 360, and you could add your own music. You like put the CD in, it rips to the Xbox, and then you can add it as the entrance song. Bro, when I tell you that I spent countless hours on SmackDown vs. Raw, like y'all just don't understand, bro. That's got to be like at least top 5 games I've spent most hours in. That and I forgot to mention I played a ton of SSX3 on the GameCube. That's probably one of my other favorite games of all time. But yeah. Anyway, so I played a lot of SmackDown vs. Raw, like a lot. just like making characters and stuff. Uh, it sucks to see the state that wrestling games are in now because they were so great back then, but it is what it is. And then, I mean, it kind of sucked because once I got into anime, realizing a lot of anime games were like only on PS3, and I had an Xbox, so I couldn't experience a lot of, anime games or like Japanese games. Like,
It's devastating.
yeah, the only one I really had was Star Ocean: The Last Hope, um, which was like my first Star Ocean game. And I remember I would always watch like the IGN reviews on YouTube of just like games that I thought looked cool or interesting. Um, and I remember like I really liked games where you could make your own character because I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like after getting a taste of it in SmackDown versus Raw. So I would always look up reviews from IGN of games that you could do that. And that's how I found myself getting into like Saints Row. Um, I didn't really like GTA, but the fact that Saints Row was similar to it, but you could make your own character, I thought was really cool. And then I found a game called Soul Calibur.
Oh, Caleb.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Soul Calibur 4. I remember
Yes.
seeing commercials for it because it had freaking Yoda and Darth Vader in the game. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this game looks cool. And then I found out you can make your own character in the game. And I was like, wait. So uh, I got the game at this time. I was taking my 360 to my dad's place whenever I would go visit him. And I remember he got the game for me. And that's probably the other game that I've spent the most hours in of just like making characters and trying them out and just playing it like all the time. Like Soul Calibur 4 was the game. And then around this time, I also had a friend back in Cali who lived pretty close to me, and he had a 360 as well. And I remember going over there one day, and he mostly played like games I wasn't really interested in, like, a lot of shooting games, a lot of like, uh, I guess GTA like games. But one time, him and his brothers were playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the 360, and
There.
I was like, what is this? Yeah, I was like, what is this? Hello? So got really, really, really into that. And it was digital only though, so I couldn't like buy the game or like, ask someone to get it for me. Like I had to sign up for Xbox Live and then have credit card or PayPal information, which I did not have. So I begged my mom to get it for me, and she did. And Soul Calibur 4 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 were really like my introduction into fighting games. I eventually got way more into fighting games with Street Fighter 4 and seeing Jury for the first time. Oh my god. But I feel like my journey into fighting games is probably kind of separate. Like it could be its own thing, its own story, honestly. So I won't get too
Yeah.
much into that. But yeah, just know that that was there. But from there, getting a lot more into fighting games, watching fighting game tournaments, and realizing, wow, there's like a scene for this, and just playing a lot of different games like Skullgirls. Trying to think. Street Fighter Cross Tekken was also really big.
Yeah.
And funny thing about Street Fighter Cross Tekken is that game actually plays a pretty big role into why I got into filmmaking, but I feel like that's also a separate story. But it's like a weird story that you wouldn't expect. Anyway, so yeah, after that, at this point, gaming kind of took a backseat for me. I wasn't really into gaming like for a while, because after like 360, PS4 came out, or Xbox One came out, and then no one cared, and then PS4 came out, and then, but there just wasn't any games like for a while that I was like, oh, I need that, Street Fighter 5 came out, but like it was ass. It had like nothing on the game, so I was like, yeah, I can wait on this. I did get a PS4. This was like basically in my gap year after graduating high school and before going to college. I was kind of like, taking a year to kind of figure out what I want to do. And that's the thing. Like I was really into anime, but I wasn't really into video games anymore because there just wasn't any good games really. But I ended up getting a PS4, I think with like graduation money, and I was like, you know what? It's an investment. Like there will be games that will come out later that I'll want. So I might as well get it now and, just whatever. So when the PS4 came out and I got it, the only games that I really had for the longest time on there were Dead or Alive 5 Last Round and One Piece Pirate Warriors 3. Which both games are fucking amazing. And I played
Yes,
them.
they are.
I played them a lot. But like, yeah, I got Street Fighter 5, but Jury wasn't out. So I kind of just like got it in hoping that she would come out. And, or no, actually, that's a lie. I didn't get the game until like they showed that Jury was going to come out. And then I was like, okay, I bought it like frame 1. And then I bought like the DLC just to get Jury like frame 1. Like, oh, she looked so good in that game. Oh my god.
Her Bella costume, bro.
Oh my god, yes, bro.
God damn it.
And oh my god, bro, when she like on the character select screen, how she's like posed up. Oh my goodness, bro. I was like, they did her justice. You feel me? But yeah, so unfortunately, like at this time, I was in college, so I didn't really play games like that. And Street Fighter was taking so long to come out with content. It was kind of just like, gaming really took a backseat for me. Until like I want to say, God, a few years later, summer. Even then, I wasn't playing games. Like I got Dead or Alive 6 because it came out at the time where I was finally free, and like for the summer, like I had some time to do stuff. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to, play a new game. So I got 6, and I played ranked a lot because it was the fastest way to unlock costume parts. So that's kind of like how I ended up getting more into DOA. But I really wasn't into games like that. At one point I wanted to like own every anime game because there was so little anime games, but later on I realized that a lot of them were ass. So like I was legit collecting every anime game. I have the Black Clover game just because it was one of the only anime games at the time, but now they're making a lot more and they're kind of somewhat getting better, but also not really. Like
they all have the same pattern. They make the same pattern. They can't stick to the like story stuff because manga reasons. But then they make it where it's like PvP or something else. Everybody gets tired of it quick.
Yeah, like there's a lot of hit or misses with anime games. But like I was just such a huge anime fan. I wanted to like, own all the anime games that they had. But now I feel like kind of dumb because I own a lot of anime games that I don't even want. But anyways, so yeah, at this point, I didn't really get into gaming again until, started streaming. Started streaming Smash, and, I realized that streaming's kind of fun. Playing games, because I feel like I don't like playing games by myself a lot, which is why I kind of like stopped playing games. But with streaming, it's like I felt as I wasn't alone when I was playing, and I think that really cured like the void that was missing from me in video games. So now it's kind of weird because I'm at a point where I feel weird playing games off stream, because there's a lot of games I want to save for stream, you know.
Yeah. Remember we had this conversation.
Yeah. So unless it's like a fighting game and I'm just playing ranked and I want to like get better or whatever, I don't really play a lot of games off stream. But streaming has definitely helped me get back into gaming and become like a, you know,
MLG.
back to becoming like a big part of my life. Because I think another thing too was I was so used to playing games with people, right? Like I didn't have online or like systems that could connect to Wi-Fi. Like, I mean, I think the 360 could, but I wasn't really sure how. And I think you had to have Ethernet, and I didn't have that. So I never really had the online gaming experience until like recently, because I didn't grow up with that. So I was so used to playing games with people, you know, going to my friend's house or having them come over. Like I had tournaments at my house of like Soul Calibur. Like I would make characters of my friends and just like have them fight each other with them. We did have like Smash tournaments too, for Brawl, but you know, I was always in that local environment, not online. So going from local to then just kind of playing games by myself, it just felt like there was something missing. But now, you know, consoles are a lot easier, better at connecting to Wi-Fi and, you know, providing a good online experience. So I think that definitely helped with, you know, gaming becoming a big part of my life once again. But yeah. So, yeah, and oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So I think like the part that I felt I was missing was like especially for fighting games. I was so used to playing fighting games with someone next to me, right? Because you know, you get to talk that shit like to their face, you know, you get to dog on them and fucking just watch their suffering go.
Yes.
Like it's just, you know, it's a great feeling, right? And like I said, I didn't have that for online, so I really just only had that locally. So I feel like, I guess now getting back into games and stuff, Discord and everything, like it almost feels like I get to have that again, just obviously not next to me, but at least, you know, a lot of times me and XP will play DOA and you know,
Yes.
we
It gets heated.
you know, it gets heated. Yeah, it definitely does. But yeah, it's like with Twitch and like Discord, feels like I'm able to find people to play with and kind of fill that void, you know. Whereas I think before Twitch and Discord became a thing, that was kind of missing. And so I just, during that time, wasn't really into games like that. But now, you know, here we are. So that's kind of my journey into gaming. And my favorite games right now, I would say, God, it's kind of tough because I'm really into fighting games, but I'm a huge Sonic fan. I'm a huge Kingdom Hearts fan. I love Devil May Cry. FF7 as well, like the remakes. But and then Fortnite as well. Like, Jesus.
Yeah,
You got
They
1,000
got-
plus.
Fortnite is like I said, I actually think Fortnite could have its own episode because there's a lot to talk
I
about.
agree. It's a lot.
But yeah, I guess I'd say my favorite fighting games are probably DOA 5 and Skullgirls. And other than that, like my favorite Sonic game to this day is still 06. I don't care what anyone says. But yeah. Other than that, I do want to say, oh yeah, some of my other favorite games, SSX3, like I mentioned before, and SmackDown vs. Raw '09. But I do want to say, bro, like, it's crazy how, there was just so many games coming out, like in the GameCube era, and everyone was really trying to find that, like, that next big thing. And some games really they just weren't it, bro.
Yeah.
But
Missed the mark.
But God, I feel like there's not gonna be a time in gaming that hits as hard as when Kingdom Hearts dropped, bruh. When Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 dropped, and we all saw those intros, bruh, generational. Like, I remember, oh my God, I had the song in my head. I would restart the game, the playthrough, just to see the intro, bruh.
It was such a mood. I didn't have a PlayStation 2. I would just go to my friend's house who had the game, and it was just so surreal. Just seeing all these ridiculous anime JRPG characters just hanging around with like Mickey Mouse, Goofy.
What are they doing hanging with me?
Crazy.
Bro, seeing Sora fall from the sky, oh my God, bro. Y'all just don't know. It's crazy.
And the stuff that they would have them like say, just like Goofy talked about, Sora, the hearts of your mind, the hearts. It's like, all right, Goofy, man.
It's crazy. Because, like, kind of like, for me, for Kingdom Hearts, I got into it through the demo on the 3DS for Dream Drop Distance.
Me too.
Like, I played the shit out of that fucking demo, bro. Like, until there was no... I used up all the fucking numbers you could for that shit. It's like, oh, you can't play demo anymore. I was like, fuck. So, and around that time, I had figured, oh, they came out with like a remix for it on PS3 and for PS3, they had to have 1.5 and 2.5.
Yep.
So I started watching people do like let's plays of it because around that time they had just announced fucking KH3, not knowing that shit gonna take a fucking years to fucking come out.
Yep.
So, but I didn't have a PS3 at the time, so I was watching people. But at the same time, I stopped watching them. I was like, wait, I kind of wanted to go into it blind. But I still had a PS2. I was like, you know what? I know these are like inferior versions of Kingdom Hearts, but I'm gonna still get it anyway. So I got 1, 2, and for some reason, because it came with it, Metal Gear Solid 3. And say I had beaten KH2 first, then I beat KS1. Shut up! Don't say a word to me. It's just when I was playing KH1. I got stuck at one part, so I'm gonna play KH2. I was like, wait a minute, this gameplay.
Yeah, bro, the drive. Oh my God,
Drive Force, bro. Fuck, man.
So fire.
It was so fun. I was hooked, and I was so lost because I played that entire game with no dash. Like I did not know how to upgrade none of the drive forms at all. So I played it with like no kind of dash at all. I was just fucking trucking through it. So when I looked it up on the internet, it's like, you can get dash by upgrading this way. I was like, what? Are you fucking for real, bro? You told me I could have beaten this game this way?
For real.
Like, fucking insane. But playing one and two, I really did enjoy that shit. And getting to, look, just a little side tangent, getting to Pooh's World, bro, in KH1. That shit went crazy.
Yeah.
I looked that shit at the menu, bro, at night with that shit. I was like, yo, this gotta.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Oh my God.
Fucked with it heavy.
Yeah. So many great times. So many great memories. But
I finally found that game I was telling y'all about with the dinosaurs and a Dorito.
Oh God.
Yep. I finally found it.
Bro, I've been looking this entire time.
It popped in my head because I was going through. I was like, you know what? I can find it. It's called Doritos Dash and Destruction.
Oh my god.
He's like, man, this game cannot be real. There's no way.
There's no way, bro. But yeah. With that being said, I think that's a pretty good place to wrap things up.
Wrap it up.
That was great stories from everyone. I really enjoyed hearing all of your guys' journey into gaming. It's gonna make things very exciting as the future comes with, I'm sure, a lot of surprising news for video games. We also got to do an episode just talking about how much gaming has changed, really, from back then to now. Like, it's actually insane. But we'll save that for next time. So, thank you all so much for listening, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Later.
Peace, y'all.
I love you guys.
Well, Light, it's been interesting. キラだか